practically every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own hidden.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing. We want you to smoke the natural herb. Some call it marijuana, some call it sensimedia, some call it lamb's bread, and some people call it ganja.
Welcome to another edition of the Adam Dunn Show. I'm your host, Adam Dunn.
I'm Coffee McCharnick.
Unprofessional guy to the right of me is Dave. Very unprofessional.
I said unprofessional.
I was muting him.
I know.
Why is it unprofessional?
I was muting him while he's coughing.
We're a fucking stoner show. I'm going to cough.
Mine just freaked out on me at the last second.
So did mine. Look, it's white.
Oh, don't even
What
go
does
there.
that mean? Mark, have you ever seen this?
No.
The buttons came up white. Like it says it's ready, but it's not really.
Oh, you're out of batteries then.
No.
No?
No, I just charged them.
We're back. We're back here at Area 420.
Cards issues.
It's half the temperature it was last week, so we're happy with that. We're all happy with that. Yeah, dude, my Carter just did like the classic. It thinks it's a Puffco, and it decided to shit the bed at the last second, like all of a sudden.
Oh, come on.
Huh?
Everything's going wrong. I mean, I think it started right when the Mercury Retrograde, and then we went to Vegas, and then we caused it to be the two hottest days in the history of recording of the weather in Las Vegas. Do you know that?
Is that
Hottest
true?
days.
Is that
Yes.
true? Oh, I think it was the most sustainable days. It wasn't the hottest because it's been hotter. I think it just hasn't been sustained.
On those days,
Yeah.
they hit 117, and the
No.
previous record was 115.
No, it was 118, dude. It was
I don't know, man.
They had 118, 120.
Well, then they took the temperature in the shade underground.
The funny part is I hung out with a lot of people from there, and they're kind of like, it happens every year. It's just not a big, it's just, this just happens to be the most sustained. Like, they're like, holy shit, 10 days in a row and shit like that, where you're like, okay, this is kind of getting rough.
It was terrible in Vegas, heat-wise, and it didn't get any better on the flight home, man.
Tell us. Tell us, Dave.
Well,
people want to hear about the Dave travels, because Dave, this is just a little backstory.
No.
Dave loves Southwest. Southwest is the greatest airline ever in the world.
No.
according to
I
Dave.
love Southwest. Yeah. They treat me fine. I'm not saying they're going to do that to everybody. You like Frontier.
No, I don't.
I mean, you like United.
I could deal with them when they're not dragging you out of the fucking aisle.
You like Spirit.
No, I don't. I don't like any airline that charges you fucking $60 for a carry-on. That's like retarded. That's like ridiculous.
I heard.
That's because they only charge $40 for a ticket, man.
Oh, look at that. Dr. Mark is on the phone.
He is.
Yeah.
Breaking the fourth wall.
I'm working on getting the video on, but it's not working right now.
So it's probably the plane just gets into Colorado. No. We're still technically in Utah. And a guy had gone to the bathroom, comes back, and knocks into the back of me. Stumbles into his seat. They start fanning him. All of a sudden, somebody goes, oh, shit, somebody get his sugar. He's a diabetic. He passes out. Except he's the only person who knows where his sugar is, and he's non-responsive. None of his family members know. So they're pulling every fucking bag out, going through it, trying to find a sugar. They're asking everybody on the plane, does anybody have any sugars? Anybody a diabetic? No one says anything. Half a dozen medical professionals run forward while they announce, come help. And he goes into cardiac arrest and he dies. And I will tell you that CPR on television compared to it in real life, I'm going to quote Adam's term, it is far more violent in real life. I mean, if you don't know CPR, you should get trained, because I'm going to go learn it again. And even when I knew it, I was never doing chest compressions like these four medical professionals were. I mean, it was bad. I mean, I guess the joke is the flight killed. The flight killed. He was dying to get off the plane. Wow. No, it was horribly traumatic. I mean, I feel for his family. But it was terrible. I'm doing 2 shows tonight, 6 and 8, everybody.
Oh, great.
Mark's in his total form. I mean, he showed up on time.
Oh, thanks.
I meant 4 hours late. And set up the studio on time.
Yeah.
Nope, that was late too. But we're here.
What do you mean late?
Listen to this guy.
Wow, all these demands all of a sudden.
I love Mark. He's the greatest. Mark has a rider in his contract right now when he flies. He's not carrying anybody's fucking baggage.
Yeah, that's right.
No, he's not carrying equipment. No, not going to happen. He carries his unmentionables, and that's it.
That's right.
But the good news for the week, right, was that there is an attempt to deschedule cannabis out there right now.
Which we'll be talking about in the second half of the whole show because we have a guest.
The whole second half of the show on that, Jason Beck will be coming on, incredibly knowledgeable activist.
So, no, do we have Dr. Mark on? Wasn't there a scheduling conflict before? We switched around.
Well,
and now we're
Dr.
back?
Mark.
Are we back?
No, I thought Jason was going to come on first, but Dr. Mark was also going to come into the studio, but wasn't going to be here until 6:30. But because we are a nation of fucked up people,
No way.
he was treating patients all day and felt it was probably more important. Am I putting words in your mouth there, Dr. Mark? To treat his patients rather than to drive the 3.5 hours to come down to do the same interview that he could do on Zoom.
Gotta get those cards out, man.
Oh, wait a minute. You were seeing cannabis patients, not like fucked in the head patient people?
Whoa.
I want to take that
Well,
back then.
Same thing.
Dave.
It's the same thing, dude. Come on.
Listen, I qualify for both of those. I'm a fucked in the head patient
Dave
and
thinks
I'm a
he's on
cannabis
SofaBab
patient.
right now.
I know. What are you,
Is it?
SofaBabbing it out now?
You're SofaBabbing.
No, it's because you made me talk
I don't
about that
know
guy
what
dying.
box that would check off, Dave.
There's several boxes, Mark. Several boxes for me. You don't just check one. Trust me, one won't qualify. You're gonna need several.
Fucked in the head.
Yes, I am.
Good.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, even if it's via Zoom. We appreciate it, Dr. Mark.
Sorry I couldn't make the draw.
Dr. Mark with a K. I have to emphasize that every time.
Yep. And he's in his dispensary right now too. We would have had some good video, but we can't get that going right now.
I'm happening. It's happening. Hold on.
Oh, we're getting video? We're getting video?
Just settle down, guys.
He's my
Just-
intern.
you just keep talking like the professionals you are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dave.
Yeah, Mark.
And,
Mark, this is so. I'm really surprised he's actually listening to the show right now.
Oh, well,
See,
when you
he's
when you
like-
say my name, that's when I start listening.
Wait, what if we used a pseudonym for you? Hey, you over
Hey,
there.
use. It's Hey,
Hey,
use.
yous. Oh yes. Speaking of yous, there's New York City pizza out here. So if anyone is listening to the show, we are at Colorado Area 420, and if you're in one of the 50 grows out here, or 53, and you're hungry, there is an alleged New York City pizza guy outside. Although we had a little discussion on the flour, and so my vote's not in yet. Have you tried it?
No, but I looked at it. It was definitely way hippier than fucking New York pizza, right?
I didn't even look at it, but when he told me,
Well, it's called Mandala Pizza. Let's go by the name first.
what, Mandala Pizza? Oh, I like that name. I like the game.
Which is a straight up
Yeah.
hippie name right out of the gate. So
Well, they're from Crestone, right? I hear that's a really hippy dippy town.
it's a fucking hippie town. Yes, 100%. But you never know. Pizzas, Oh, here we go. Dr.
There
Mark
you
lounging.
go.
He looks very loungy.
Oh, hey, why don't you take a load off, man? Fixing everybody's head all day. Now you need to. Oh, there's a dog in the show. Now it's a studio.
Now it's a studio.
Now
He
it's
has
a studio.
We don't have one yet.
Is that the young
Levi the
Bronstein?
intern's here, too.
Wait, that's not your offspring? That's an intern?
That's Levi the intern.
Levi the
Yeah,
intern.
remember
Oh, no,
LTI,
no
LTI.
relation.
LTI. You remember LTI? Come on.
Right, LTI.
Yes.
He's got the sort of Rasta hair going too. Look at that.
He's in training.
Rasta in training.
He's in training.
Absolutely. He's doing well.
So, Mark, how's the game, man? A lot of people coming in for cards now. I know that last bill really fucked up the ability for you to do your job correctly and thoroughly, and they make people come face to face. No more telemedicine.
It's ridiculous that there's a higher threshold for getting your cannabis card than seeing a pediatric neurosurgeon.
Exactly, right? Isn't that crazy?
Doesn't seem right.
Well, I had to test the theory, and I went online and I registered with one of these, telemed places, and I got to the point where I could enter my credit card, and I was about to order narcotics. Like they were going to write me a prescription for narcotics, having never spoken to me, having nothing, no contact with me, other than me checking some boxes on, and they prompt you to everything, like, because if you check the wrong box, it says, whoa, you've just checked something that's going to make sure that we can't treat you. So you go back and you change it so that you can continue on, and then it gets to the spot where you pay money. It's fucking ridiculous. But yet I can't get a medical cannabis card through telemedicine.
And you can't get, and what if you already had a card? You can't get that either? You can't even, like, get a new card? Because they figured that would
you can get you can get ketamine, but you can't get cannabis.
There you go.
Wow.
State of America.
Doesn't make sense, does it?
Well, it's the same as Adam the other day was trying to buy a bottle of vodka, but he couldn't get through the child safety cap on top. And there was no doctor that was going to meet with him beforehand to give him an alcohol card because he had to go down face to face.
Yeah, I saw an alcohol card in Vegas, which I didn't quite. Alcohol doc. You remember we saw that?
An alcohol card?
No, a medical alcohol thing or something like that. Remember we saw that? We were
No.
driving by. Yes.
What?
Is that because maybe somebody's on probation and if they go get it that way,
maybe
then they
you
can
didn't
still
see it.
drink?
Maybe it was me and Cece.
Yeah, I think it was you guys.
It was weird. I was like, why does it say medical alcohol? I saw a medical alcohol sign and I was like, that's weird. I've never seen that before.
Wow, somebody Google that right now.
Medical alcohol, Vegas. Only in Vegas would you have that. Would make sense. So.
Yeah.
Well, that used to have that back in the day. That was before, that was the old Walgreens angle.
That's a funny one. I thought he had his name set as Dr. Mark with some K. Haha, ba-dum-bum. That's a good one.
Wow.
Oh, thank you. I like that.
And so
That's legit.
maybe
Yeah. That's the intern did good.
that's your intern. Tell us about your ketamine-assisted psychotherapy, because from what went on today, I think I know at least 6 people that need to come through your practice.
So if you can think about it, we're, depression, trauma, anxiety, addictions, any of those issues within the context of couples or even families, man, and doing psychedelic assisted therapy, deep sessions to provoke insight and show people the way to make change, and then for people to institute that change, man, and work on it on the daily to get better. And not rely on medications or therapy forever, but instead on a short burst of treatment with a psychedelic to then grow past your problems. We've added doing them in the wilderness now, where we can go out in a wilderness setting and have a retreat out there. And so really excited about offering that now at Reconscious. Getting on the San Juan River, for instance, and having a 3 days or a week even of therapy and journeying and really getting in touch where the cell phones don't go.
I think that's like rule number 1, right? You got to turn that cell phone off, I would think.
So pretty stoked to be taking the office out of the inside now, man, over here at Reconscious. We live in such a beautiful state.
Would that be a one-on-one or would that be group setting if you're going to go with, like in the woods?
Both, man. So we're going to have we're going to offer some groups in the future so that people can sign up for it. But in the immediacy, it's one-offs. Mm-hmm. For whatever might be going on, really.
So I had a call from a
a lot of psychotherapy. There's medicine journeying, but the emphasis isn't just on the medicine. It's on therapy and really getting to the root of things and figuring out a way forward.
Well, that's my question to you, because I got a call from a friend who said that, a family member been going through some shit, and he went through a ketamine-assisted psychotherapy in California. As he went through his first session, I guess they didn't have the progress that they felt. And when he was telling me about it, the physician, or I shouldn't say physician, I should say the person who was handling, because I don't know anything about him, their recommendation was more ketamine, like a higher dose. And when I listened to him tell me that, you're the first person I thought of that you guys should talk, because Is that is that what you would do? Or is it possible that it was really the therapist that wasn't skilled enough in helping the patient?
You know, sometimes more is the answer. Sometimes less is more, Dave. Sometimes it's a different therapist, like you said. So I think that's a complicated question that would be best answered directly.
You ever take ketamine, Ed?
Nope.
No.
I had my I left America '89, and it wasn't really like a thing at all then. And then when I came back, I think around '96 or something like that, and I went to the Limelight in New York, and then they have. So I was going there for a party. I go to smoke a joint. I go to the top, to the crow's nest at the top, and it was kind of dark, and I was just there rolling my joint, and I was like, "Hey, has anybody got a key? I need to." And I was like, I just wanted to open the filter of my joint. I didn't want to like do a bump, and then like 50 keys came into my face, like, and I was all like, "Oh, thanks," and I like opened the joint and gave it back to them, and they were like, sad. Everyone was all sad all of a sudden. Then I look around and I'm like, why is everybody just drooling on themselves and looking all weird? And it was just like, it just was a very uncomfortable looking high, especially in that kind of scenario. And I was like, snot bubbles were coming out of one guy. He was like, ah. And so I was like, oh, that doesn't look very fun. So I just never, it was just out of my,
after that advertising,
it was like bad advertisement. Yeah, it was like it was definitely bad. It was like everyone was just sloppy as fuck. And then my friend told me, "Oh yeah, dude, it's just like you're like in Ren and Stimpy. It's fucking great." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not really interested." So,
I mean, Mark, what type of drug is ketamine? Is it a psychedelic? Is it a sedative? What's the?
So it's a different kind of drug at different doses. So that's why people like it recreationally. At low doses, just little disco bumps, because it hits on dopamine, it hits on your opioid receptors, hits on your serotonin receptors. So you feel euphoric, stimulated, and joyous at low dose, man.
Right.
But a little bit sloppy and wonky, right? It's definitely an anesthetic. And so that's why it's a popular drug of abuse, because people like to be a little bit wonky, I guess. But at higher dose,
wonkier.
It's a straight psychedelic, man. It's as powerful of a psychedelic as grandmother, grandfather, LSD, psilocybin, any of the others.
Right.
Except it's gentler, man. Ketamine has a gentle nature where you almost watch yourself tripping out, rather than, and it isn't so ruminatively cognitive. Like some of the others can be.
What tripped me out the most and recently was the whole idea of the police carrying ketamine in their cars and shooting people up.
They killed that kid.
Like, yeah, the whole case with that kid. And it was just like, that blew my mind. That was like one of those things like, when would they ever let that happen? What do you think about that?
So ketamine, man, has been around since 1962. Mm-hmm. It's actually the child of angel dust, of PCP. So it's been around being used in surgery since the mid-'60s. In the Vietnam War, they used a shit ton of it on the battlefield because it was so safe to be used. So right now, for police, paramedics, it has utility, and that is a safe, effective medication to tranquilize people. However, when you have untrained medical professionals using too much of it, it can be deadly. So there should be limits.
Elijah, what was his name? Elijah something, right? The Colorado.
Yeah.
Elijah McClain. And now Colorado doesn't administer ketamine anymore like that.
I just couldn't believe it when I heard it for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
They're just shooting you up if you're unruly?
Yeah. And you don't have to be unruly. They just have to say you're unruly.
Right. 2 would be out there every day if that was
the case. Shit, right? Yeah.
Fuck you, cops. Fuck you.
I'm unruly. Where's my ketamine?
What are you going to do? Yeah.
So, I don't think that ketamine's the only drug that cops or paramedics shoot people up with that has killed them, right? I'm sure someone's been killed by an IM benzodiazepine or something else. It's kind of unfortunate that it happened for ketamine, because it is a life-saving medication for so many people that we hate for it to get a bad rap at all. Kind of working on ketamine branding a little bit, because shit, it got a bad rap. It still gets a bad rap from all of its use as a recreational club drug. because that's not what it's about in this context, right? We're talking about a psychedelic that can save lives.
It's like how we feel about Delta 8. They're going to lump it in with cannabis. We're going to suffer for everybody that gets harmed by it, but it really has nothing to do with us. It's not our industry. Yeah. It's not regulated like cannabis. It's not administered like cannabis. It's just not the same thing.
If they use like leaf blowers on people and crowd control, it would be way better. Like
right?
That's what they should be doing. They should just be like blasting us with weed smoke. We'll all calm down. It's like, cool, bro.
Some Karen's yelling at you. You turn the weed blower on, so I can't hear you.
They could just move you along. They just move. They just have to do Pied Piper with it and just keep going. And you'd be like, come on, follow me. And you'd all follow the smoke out of the fucking place. It would work great. Anyway.
Yeah, ketamine could use help on its branding. Really.
Yes.
Well, kids call it vitamin K, right? So that's probably not helpful.
Like, people don't know it's a psychedelic, man.
Well, I think it's a little bit like what you were saying earlier, though, is it's different at different doses, right? So it's very much like, with alcohol is very predictable. Cannabis is more predictable, but there's occasionally some unpredictable as people have weird reactions or whatever. But when it comes to K, I guess it sounds like there's all like depending on what quality of the material was, when and where you did it, and who gave it to you at what dose, and all sorts of. Seems like a lot of things can change the experience there. And
totally, but I'd say the same with psilocybin, right? Like think about the difference between a micro or a small and a macro.
Yeah, or try to explain your trip to somebody else is like listening to somebody's dream where you're like, yeah, I'm not really interested. But
it doesn't concern me.
Doesn't really. You can't even feel the intenseness of it because you're not there. But then to the person who was there, it was like it was real. You know what I mean? Because that's what tripping is, right? It's like it's one of those things where you're like pretty sure it was real, even though you guys didn't see what was going on.
It's like the Matrix. Your brain makes it real.
Well, it changes the vibrational thing, and I mean, so how much of it is? Because what I also wonder, I think the K-hole thing is also what everybody thinks of right away. You hear the word, K, you think K-hole, and K-hole does not sound like a fun experience from a.
But it's not a fun experience at a concert. But in the context of a medical visit, it's a beautiful place.
Sure.
The K-hole is where all the healing happens.
I think Dave needs to learn about boofing in the K-hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, this is the first time I'm hearing K-hole, so I'm assuming K-hole is that spot during the ketamine treatment that you are receptive to change.
Sinking. Okay. No.
It's the psychedelic. It's when ketamine becomes a psychedelic. That's what recreational people call the K-hole is a bad thing. So that's the thing. People trying to recreationally, they don't want it to be a psychedelic. You also can't stand up. You know what I mean? You can't piss. It's not a good place to be recreationally.
Sure. And so if you're at if you're like out on the lawn, if you're like out at the lawn on an outdoor festy or something, and you're rolling around and you're basically in a K-hole at some point, then it's not a great place to be. But if you were with Dr. Mark in a beautiful setting in the woods, you'd be like, "This is the greatest place ever."
No, it sounds enlightening, Mark. I mean, it really does. It sounds like you've not only taken the treatment, but you've taken the venue to a spot that makes it most. I was going to say receptive, but most successful amongst everybody.
New levels, man.
What's the number?
I hope that this can really be when someone comes out and does this for a week. That's like a life-changing week, man.
Well, it's like any. I think right away when anybody thinks of psychedelics, a lot of people, their first thing they'll say is, "Can't do it unless I'm in nature." That's like the number one,
right?
Especially mushrooms compared to maybe acid, right? Because acid's a little bit more like, you can kind of dose it a little bit differently. Mushrooms is sort of like you're in or you're out. Did you get it working? Oh, it's too tight. Oh.
Fucking Mark is a Carta technician right now. Add that to his resume. Damn.
Did I leave the little rubber ring over with you or no?
Huh?
Did I leave that rubber ring thing?
Oh,
over?
yeah. It's right here.
Okay. How many patients have you seen using ketamine-assisted psychotherapy?
Exact number. I want exact numbers.
I mean, because that's what people. There are a lot of people that will say, I'm into this, but I'd like to see more research. How if this is a recent. If it was just added to your quiver.
There's been an NIMH approved protocol for the use of ketamine for depression since 1999.
Oh wow.
So, like the feds have supported this for 22 years, man.
Right on. Just took a while to hear about it.
Through the surgical and anesthetic literature, there's more data on ketamine than most other drugs out there in the world, man. Think about all the people that have been given ketamine surgically since 1962.
Wow.
And then you got China. The Chinese and the Russians love ketamine medically, dude. They use the fuck out of it. And so there's a lot of Chinese literature, even like on C-sections, and just showing that the rate of postpartum depression in women given ketamine during C-sections was none.
Oh wow. Wow.
Dr. Mark looked like Robert Palmer.
You had the sun going across your face.
You had a nice shot
I
there.
got all serious there for a minute.
Right? You had to get up close and personal. So,
Make a point.
how do people
Robert
schedule
Plant.
with you?
Excuse me?
How do people schedule? They go to your website? Do they call your office?
Go to the website and either submit a form or call the phone number, and we'll call you right back. And we'll either schedule you or get you on the phone with me to talk about what's going on.
What number do they call? What's your telephone number?
970-799-3938.
970-799-7938.
So Heavy Days was asking, says, how does Dr. Mark combat potential reemergence phenomena in the patients being given ketamine?
What's that?
How do you combat potential reemergence phenomena in the patients being given ketamine? Do you know what that is?
So we really, I'm not sure what reemergence phenomenon is, but we really screen people hard to make sure they're appropriate for this treatment. My partner's been working with MAPS for the last 10 years, doing screening and safety assessments for them. So we think that we've developed some industry standard screening.
Now, is that just like in the middle of the session having some sort of like you're not under it anymore, or what is it? What does that reemergence phenomenon you think mean? That's what it sounds like to me.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is, man. However, we watch people really closely for bad outcomes. We talk to them and follow up with them in the days and weeks after treatment. So really staying in close contact with people, educating them that difficult things might come up for them after the treatment, and to get a hold of us if they do.
Well, I mean, I would hope that you would release some potential blocked thing in your treatment and or release something, hopefully, and that it's almost like when you get like into a situation like you almost get into a car wreck or something like that. You don't really notice it, but then like 2 days later you get this weird like, holy shit, I almost died. You know what I mean? Like it just takes a while for the body to kind of catch up to the or the brain to catch up to what you did.
Well, maybe a couple of the people that had mentioned in the chat room and asked the question about reemergence can clarify as to what exactly their definition.
It sounds like after the effect, like after deal.
Like you're reliving the trauma that originally.
I just looked it up.
Okay.
What, Shitty Jamie?
What, you were paying attention, Mark?
You looked something up without us asking you?
Yeah.
This is
Ketamine is notorious for a reemergence phenomenon in which patients experience nightmares or delirium while awakening from ketamine anesthesia.
Okay, so coming out of it.
Yep.
Interesting.
That's what
But is that possible what Mark was talking about earlier about how it depending on the dosage it's used? So if you're not using it as a dosage that would put you in an unconscious state.
Okay. I think this also refers probably mostly to ketamine being given in non-psychiatric settings, so that when you're not using the right set and setting in the emergency room, for instance, or in the back of an ambulance, and a bunch of cops and paramedics hold you down and anesthetize you with ketamine, when you start coming to, you might be thinking you're having nightmares because you're kind of still in the K-hole, but your eyes are wide open. right? So it's an entirely different deal when someone is with me and they're going into it knowing that they're going to be hallucinating.
Yeah. Well,
And
yeah.
if they come out,
I think
then
anytime you
there's-
wake up in a with a bunch of doctors around you, you're kind of like
Or police,
or police,
what the fuck,
or
lights in your face,
Yeah.
man. We're at Area 420. You could be fucking being taken by aliens.
But I mean,
And so-
but it sounds like they're talking about specifically in therapy, though, not even in like, like because that's what he was explaining is that his only worry is that even in therapy situations that people are having this. So I guess it's
But I think
It's a
also,
thing.
wouldn't you
It's a-
have
it's a-
to see the literature on that to truly understand, was that in a therapeutic setting, or was it simply because it was in a medical intervention it got classified as a therapeutic session, but it was, like you said, it was in the back of an ambulance or waking up in a hospital with tubes in you.
always a concern.
So
Or a spaceship.
let's say that I think in my experience, when people have had that, we've used that as therapeutic grist for the mill. What I mean about that is all the visions that you have from ketamine can be broken apart psychotherapeutically when you're doing psychedelic psychotherapy, right? So if you're seeing wonderful pink clouds, you break that down. If you come to and you're having something scary, let's talk about that. Because every time I've had someone come to and have a scary realization, that's turned into a great therapeutic breakthrough for them. So
how's the retention on ketamine compared to other things? Because some things seem to like it's hard to retain. Some things some things you can remember every little detail like almost too good. You know what I mean? What do you think the
it's
retention?
related to the dose. If you go too high, it's hard for people to remember it. But if you get this sweet spot where it becomes psychedelic, but not too much, they're able to remember it great and vividly. As you go higher, it's almost like you're hitting fast forward on the brain, and the hallucinations and the reels start occurring quicker.
So yeah. I know. I think and yeah, of course, and it's I think there's a lot of protection from your brain to make you remember some things and actually not remember some things, because some things are like maybe it's good that it happened, but probably not necessarily needs to be dwelled on after, because it might be part of the built-in sort of therapy thing.
Well, and if you remember it or not, your brain is still having neurogenesis and getting better when under the effects of the medicine. It's just that if you can, when you do have stuff to remember, then we can do therapy around it.
There's a question here if you're familiar with flower essences therapy. I want to know if that's real.
I bet.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally.
What's flower essences therapy?
Well, what does it sound like to you?
You smoking pot and
No.
what?
Essence.
man.
Come on, man. Aromatherapy? You never heard of fucking aromatherapy?
aromatherapy,
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. This guy.
I didn't know it was going to be Quiz Dave Day, okay, man? I'm having a rough fucking week. Give me a break.
Wow.
Jeez Louise. Ask me a cannabis question.
You'll still fail. You'll fail at that, too. So,
I might. Depends on
fail.
what kind of cannabis
Rosin
question
Dogs
it is.
doesn't want to hear you talk about weed anyway, he said.
No, he says he doesn't want to hear me talk about bagels anymore.
No. So, and so as far, okay, let's talk about weed. Let's go back to the weed zone. Have you seen, I mean, is it fizzling now in Colorado where people are giving up on the whole medical thing, or is there going to be a resurgence of people who actually figured out that we got to protect it? Because it's kind of lame to see Colorado is kind of turning its back a little bit on medical, which is becoming quite apparent because you see it's slowly getting, to the point where it's like, well, why do you care? You can get it on both. And it's like, oh, it's very
No.
important. It's very important that you keep medical going.
Fuck yes.
It seems like it's stayed pretty steady this year.
And so I suppose, though, because people are getting out of the house right now, not having access to telemedicine is kind of being, you're making up for it in walk-ins and face-to-face appointments.
Yeah. I think that people still want to have their medical cards to get edibles. I think for people that are under 21 that need access to medicine, it's a route. And then also for people under legal conditions like probation or parole, that's a reason to have cards, right? So
I'm sorry, I'm
More
laughing
practical.
at a chat question.
But yeah, no, I think it's really important that people keep keep that program going here. Just because also people look to Colorado, so the minute that Colorado drops it is when the other states go, oh well, if Colorado did it, it must be this. Because people have this fantasy idea that Colorado's got everything together, and I'm like, they don't. Like they don't, dude.
You know who has it together right now? New York.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I told them, and they went like, what? New York? And I was like, yeah, it's way better than here right now, which is crazy. You know, it doesn't even comprehend when you think of the amount of space we have and the amount of ability of, to be able to do these things the proper way. But yet it's like, no, we're going to make it.
How is New York better?
We're gonna make it more complicated. Well, yeah, you can hold more, you can grow more.
You can smoke outside, and you're not breaking the law if it's legal to smoke tobacco there. That's the fucking game changer. That is what Colorado could never fucking figure out. They were trying to create the system of social consumption lounges, and they overthought it to death. And now...
Well, they made it impossible for anybody to make money. It was like, oh, you can have this club, but you can't do this and you can't do that. And you can't sell this and you can't sell that. It's like, well, what can you do? Oh, you could just pay the rent, I guess, and let people smoke there, and that's about it. And you're like, no, that's not going to work.
Right? It's just ridiculous. You didn't have to you already had it. Where can you smoke tobacco? Wherever you can do that, you can smoke weed. But no. They didn't do it that way. Holy shit! Did you? I think Adam broke a carta.
I think it's doing it again now.
Oh, okay. Well, just use mine.
It's doing it again.
I guess I don't need to take that.
Oh, Mark, what do you think about this passive aggressive line that Mark takes with us?
You can fix it.
Our
though.
Mark here.
I can't sit here and like dwiddle. The dwiddling.
It's called the Adam Dunn Show.
Where's the card attack?
We need one.
Yeah.
At least, if not two.
And what's your website, Mark, just so we can get it on the in the chat room?
Thank you, Dave. Reconsciousmedical.com.
Mark, did you hear that one?
He's busy.
Dude,
dealing with
I have to fix the fucking card over here. What are you talking about?
Come on.
Hold on, I'm coming. Hold on.
He's coming.
We should talk to your intern and get some cool stories about you, though.
Oh, yeah, we need to get all the dirt.
Yeah.
We need dirt.
Any dirt.
Tell him we need some dirt.
How long was Dr. Mark in makeup before he came on this appearance right there, Mr. Intern? And were there real patients, or was he throwing some Rasta party or something like that, praising Jah? Don't answer that if you want to keep your job.
He was looking for his headphones for about 30 minutes before.
Oh.
I can't keep these AirPods, man.
You ought to get on a monthly subscription. Just have Amazon send you one a month. So what's doing better for you right now? Ketamine-assisted psychotherapy or medical cannabis cards?
Ketamine-assisted psychotherapy. Man.
Oh,
that's the focus of what I do.
That's good to hear, though, because cannabis should just run itself, right? That should just be its own thing at this point in time. It doesn't need as much help.
Medical cannabis, I think I'm filling a need down here in Southwest Colorado. People are so appreciative of me just for doing cannabis cards, man, but it really does make such a difference in people's lives, and there's not enough doctors doing it down here. Like the local hospital won't allow their physicians to write it. A lot of the local clinics won't allow their docs to write it. Like it's fucking 1988 or some shit still, Oh,
that was a rough year, man. 1988 was a rough year. Right?
Thanks, Rosin Dogs. You know it. He knows.
What Rosin said?
Like medical cannabis illegal in Colorado.
He knows what we need. He's like, oh, those guys always have broken card as I'm sending card or atomizer.
All my atomizers still work, man.
Yeah, my atomizer works too.
Yeah, what the hell?
Mine. I need them all. I need everything.
Yeah, he does.
Rosin Dogs. It's a new carta. We talked his way into it. Oh, did you tell everybody that the Vegas show is up for download? Some people were thinking that.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I missed it.
Oh, like, shout out to Cheddar Bob 13's wife.
But it's there.
It's there.
And it's audio, too. We got audio up. We got all that.
Wait, there's no video?
No, we got video and audio, man. Settle down.
There's no way. I remember
audio, bro.
It'd be cool. I mean, if you saw the preview, on YouTube, you'd have known. what was going on. Oh, okay.
Thanks. Okay, no
That was
problem.
cool. It's nice that we uploaded a video and you didn't watch it
I'm
at all.
glad we
Okay,
even
cool.
recorded it.
Right on, man. So
No, I was
What is
on
this,
for
the
a little
mumble
bit.
fucking show? What are you guys? What are you fucking guys doing?
I was just being passive
What
aggressive.
was that? Dick Tracy, right? It was Al Pacino played Mumbles. Is that right, or did he play somebody else?
I didn't watch those movies.
Yeah, I don't know. I watch movies.
I didn't watch.
I didn't have a child
That was the good 20-year gap of not watching movies.
because you were in Amsterdam, right?
Yeah, and there was
Everything was in Dutch.
I think I watched Austin Powers. That was about the only movie I think I saw. The whole time.
Oh, because they had a Dutch cat. He played a
Yeah.
Dutch guy in it, so they.
I had to see.
Look
that.
at me.
Yes,
And my winky is a key.
one of the best ever for sure. Greatest thing to go watch in a Dutch theater. Watch the Dutch
skin.
Watch the Dutch people. They didn't like any of it. They thought it was all very not funny. Not funny.
Because they made fun of him.
I know. It was great. I was like, this is amazing.
No,
What's
luckily.
your favorite movie, Dr. Mark, to like just veg out and watch? Like you're complete. You don't care. You watch it 3,000 times. What's
Big
your
Lebowski.
Oh, I was just gonna say, and don't say the Big Lebowski because that's so obvious. Because that's the only one that I would say too.
I can't help it, man.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
It's true, right? That's definitely one you can watch over and over and over thousands of times. And
I
it's
used to have the script. If someone gave me the script, man, and
so you just go through it as you're watching it and go right
the whole thing. When
Nice.
my son was a baby, I would tell him in a bedtime story. I would like abbreviate the Big Lebowski down really short.
through. That's awesome.
And now he loves the movie, man. Such a proud father.
It's such a great movie. I mean, I don't know if you ever heard the way Jeff Bridges researched the role because he's not a stoner. I mean, he's not a hippie. And
New info's come to life, man.
Yeah.
That part is great.
he would have conversations with people to say, like, do you think Lebowski would have smoked a joint before? You know, he called it a doob. He's like, would he have smoked a doob before he did this? And they'd go, yeah, man. So he'd go, hold on a second. And he'd turn to the side and he'd just rub his eyes really. And he'd come back and he'd be like, all right, how about now? And that was his, you know, he's not a stoner. I mean, maybe he is now, but he wasn't when he made the movie. But it's just, I love that scene. Is there a Ralph's nearby? When they're trying to buy the urn? This is our most modest receptacle.
One of the
Can
best.
ruin everything.
John Goodman's the greatest.
One of the best. One of the
The
best.
best, dude. See, that's part of it. I think like each of those characters are archetypes almost, right? And we all have a little bit of. For me personally, I need more Walter in me, right? Like I try and channel Walter more because I'm too much dude.
Channel your inner. Yeah, you're too.
You're too dude. You need
you're
some
too
more
much
Walter.
dude. More Walter required.
Less Donnie.
Definitely less.
No
Donnie.
Donnie.
Yeah, definitely less Donnie.
And
Donnie's
then
fucked
like,
off.
I'm trying to get all my patients to be more dude, right?
Right.
Yeah, you overdid
Being
it.
very undude.
You overdid your dudeness at this point, so you've gone too
It's
deep.
very undude, dude.
You've gone too deep. Yeah, my friend is part of a church. They have a whole church for that. From the
Church of Big
Church of the
Lebowski?
Dude. No, the Dude. Church of the Dude.
Church of the Dude.
Yeah. So
I'm like you, man. I'm a brother Seamus. You playing one side against the other? Coming over here?
But it's a bit like being plant-based right now. You know what I mean?
Listen, just stay away from my fucking lady friend.
what is it now? Tell me. Plant based. Give me that one. Give me that one.
That was a
I
question.
feel like
beforehand.
everyone's into it.
Oh, it's too
Everyone's
cool.
very into
It's not
dude.
cool anymore. It's not cool anymore. No, you know the thing I love. There's
It's
a
like marijuana.
I don't like that word.
marijuana. Come on now.
Cannabis.
Come on now.
Come on.
No, I know it's what I would call your favorite band syndrome. You know what I mean? It's like as a kid, you had your favorite band, then everybody got into them, and then you're like, "Fuck those guys." Now everybody likes those guys. Like, I need to find.
Yeah, I
a
can't
new,
like them now that everybody likes them.
I have to go find a new band that no one knows about and be that guy. You know?
Hey, Rosin Dogs, that never happened to me with the Grateful Dead. Once I found them, I didn't need another band. No, this is not going to stimulate a Grateful Dead story, Rosin Dogs, so just leave it aside.
He's trying. He's trying.
Nope.
But yeah, right now, plant foods it's out of control as far as like. But there's so much bullshit out there too. They don't like you can tell right away. You look at the label and you're like, garbage. You know what I mean? Like there's so much GMO based processed food out there, which you got. So well, I was gonna say there's a guy online on YouTube called the Sauce Stash, and does the best like homemade faux meat things. He does everything. He does everything, and it's all with real ingredients, and there's not like you're buying it from some processed bullshit. You know what I mean? So it's pretty interesting stuff.
Well, what were we talking about yesterday? That somebody was trying to say that Burger King is doing something where, like the Impossible Burger is being cooked either under or in close proximity or right next to the beef burgers on the grill so that it can get cooked in the beef fat so that it has the beef flavor. And you know what? I don't know if it's true or not, but it certainly sounds like something Burger King would do, I mean, to get a veggie burger past the goalie.
I doubt that they have a separate veggie burger grill. I don't think they have or a kosher area,
Wait, Burger King's not, the cheeseburger's not kosher? What the fuck? Adam, did you know that? Shit.
Back in the day, if you went and you asked for like any kind of vegetarian option, they just gave you the condiment sandwich.
Oh,
literally, it would just everything except for the burger. I've seen people get those.
I told you what the guy at the Hash House a Go-Go in Vegas during...
Yeah, you told us.
Handed me the bag.
There you go.
That tastes just as tasty.
That guy doesn't know
that
nothing.
Guy.
So what you have now, your office is... What about the Boulder place? What's going on with that? The Boulder office, is that going to happen soon, or...
Not anymore, man.
No?
Not
done? You killed it? You killed it? Oh, man. I got to... Durango is just too far. I need to come see you, but I'm like, I don't know.
No, but we do house calls too, man.
Oh.
So... And
now we're talking. House calls.
Yeah.
That's a whole new new thing. I like it.
Well, totally. And that's how, we help people elsewhere too. We're licensed in California, New York.
That's so awesome.
Okay, well there you go. Now you're opening it up. Rosin Dogs.
What did he say? You said earlier
you can get Dr. Mark to come straight to you.
You were talking
next
earlier.
week. We have someone out there.
What about New York?
Definitely. Yeah, so we're in New York. We have a clinic right off of Union Square. We've got an office there now, and we have a retreat space up in the Adirondacks. So hopefully we'll have that advertised on the website soon, what we're offering up there in the early fall.
That's cool.
Well, I got a buddy who's got an 85-acre farm there that is named after a Grateful Dead song. I wonder if he'd be interested in ever having you and some people come up there. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing the property, Dave.
It's something else, man. Shit. So
it's fun. We're getting out there, getting around, man.
Is New York?
Hopefully.
Can you prescribe ketamine in New York?
You can prescribe ketamine globally.
Oh shit!
Wow.
It's a schedule-free substance, man.
You're like the Sherman Paints of ketamine, bro. You just cover the world. Just cover the world with ketamine in one big drippy drop of, just like that image. It's a terrible image. It's a terrible image. Yeah. They're like pouring paint over the whole entire planet, and it's dripping off the sides. You're like, that's a shitty logo. Like nowadays, it's not the best logo.
Right?
Let's cover the earth.
Is there any contraindication if you're using ketamine and cannabis at the same time?
No. Cannabis oftentimes makes your ketamine journey more vivid.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
That sounds good. Maybe they should be.
It's funny because how cannabis sort of mutes most people's dreams, though. You know what I mean? Like most people say when they smoke a lot of cannabis, and then they quit, then all of a sudden they get like I would know. I've never quit, but if you did quit, I've heard a story about people having really good dreams.
I don't have.
I have great dreams anyway, so I don't give a shit. My dreams don't seem to be affected by it, but a lot of people seem like they don't dream a lot when they smoke weed, but when they quit, all of a sudden it's like, whoa, crazy dreams, and I'm like,
I don't think we don't.
It's weird.
Dream, because I am that guy that you're talking about when I wasn't
you just
smoking.
don't remember your dream.
Exactly.
I remember my dreams though.
But most people
not everyone
smoke
is
a lot of
Adam
cannabis that they know.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, they do dream, but they're not remembering them because they're having such a good time dreaming. They're just like,
that's
whatever.
Me, dude. I don't remember any of my dreams.
Yeah, I
can
remember.
tell. I can tell by your life choices.
Yep.
Yeah, they just,
nice, dude.
Oh shit! Hey guys, I gotta jump off.
All right.
I actually have some patients gotta see.
There you go.
Let's just tell them if they don't mind, we're gonna watch him go into the whole trip. Is that cool?
Yeah, can we watch?
Can we all watch?
One love, guys. Be good.
All right,
peace
peace out,
out.
my friend. Take care, Mark. Dr. Mark with a K.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
I'm pretty sure Mark did put Dr. Mark's information up there, but I probably missed it. When
I
it
put the
went up
website.
there.
It's
There
up
we go.
there. It's up there. And he's a repeated guest. You'd have to go back and look. It's not like Dr. Mark's never been on the show or never will be again. He will, 100%.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, when
And we're going to do the boof. Dave's going to boof Ketamine show, and Dr. Mark is going to do it live with him. It's going to be a really good show.
is that how you ingest ketamine? You have to
You.
stick it up your butt?
You do.
Rosendogs, you have to fly out here, and that'll be it. You win an opportunity to boof ketamine with Dr. Mark. And they'll do that in New York to come out here. Why the hell not? What's a K-hole?
Cheddar
again?
Bob's got some
Lady Gaga
was born on a Mary French Bus. I don't know about that. Seems a little. Wasn't she like totally raised by like? Not,
I don't know.
Wolves.
That's a statement right out of left field there. What's up with that?
Did we get this PTSD book yesterday? Did I get a book from?
I didn't get a book.
Where's Miles? Let's call Miles. Hey, send Miles.
Miles did not. No, Miles took off this morning. He
Can
didn't
you
want to
send
come
him
on the
a
show
link?
today.
Miles.
Yeah.
Do you have his info?
I think I
from
do.
before. Send him a link. We need to get to the bottom of this. There's supposed to be a book here.
What is this? We did DMT on the SofaBab show a few weeks back. Mark?
Mark, you did DMT on the show?
No, Harmon did. He's done it twice now. He did it once on election night, and then just the other night, and we actually clipped just his DMT experience. It was pretty funny because he just passes out.
Yeah, you just kind of crumple into yourself, right?
Yeah.
Was it one of those deals?
Yeah, for sure.
Is the Finkelstein shit kid, is he on your show?
Yeah, that's Paulie.
Oh, hey, Paulie.
Hey, of
Hey,
course. Who the
Paulie.
hell would be Finkelstein?
Finkelstein
Other than-
shit kid.
Exactly.
That was a
We
band.
call him Finkelstein. That's what we used to call him when he was a kid.
Finkelstein. Bobby West, it was good seeing you in Vegas.
It was. There he is. There he is. Bobby West.
IV drip DMT. Whoa. You ever do DMT? Yeah, you have. Right?
Sure, but not IV drip. And I've seen there is a YouTube thing about the guys who were doing the underground acid silos. They had the silos, underground silos, and they were making acid. And they had this one guy
Whose recipe of acid?
who brought this chick down, and she was like some stripper chick and ended up being his girlfriend, but they brought them down to the underground bunker, and they would basically do IV drips of DMT and dial it in just perfect because it's so diluted that you could kind of like go like a little more. Oh yeah, there it is. It's kicking in. Like crazy shit.
No
And
shit.
they would do this shit for like weeks on end. It
They'd
was-
stay connected for a week.
well, no, they wouldn't. They'd be doing it with sessions, but you know.
Shout out to my cousin Jeffrey, who doesn't practice dentistry anymore, but he still lives in Jersey. He took me and put me under the gas with mixed with
Nice.
oxygen and kept me there
and
for.
then ground your teeth down to a pulp, and then woke up with no teeth.
No, he just it was I was trip balls. I mean, that was the only time I really enjoyed nitrous. Every other time it was fucked and just not a nitrous fan. But that was he kept me. He had oxygen level. He showed me how. He said, when you suck a balloon, you're taking in 100% nitrous oxide. You're asphyxiating yourself. You're killing off tons of brain cells. He says, I'm going to be giving you like 4% nitrous oxide. But it was fantastic, man. No boo. You kid,
Straight to
it
the
puts
brain.
you in a fucking place where you can actually get your teeth drilled in and not feel it. Give me a break. I don't need to kill my brain to do it. It was I remember. I mean, I don't remember the trip. I remember I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. And then LSD experiences later, I found similarities between that sensation and that feeling when you're in that state. When you're not freaking, but you're not grounded. You're somewhere above the earth, and you're riding it, and that was quite enjoyable. I'll get there again, maybe someday.
Or you go to the Nitrous Mafia and you buy a bunch of overpriced balloons and get fucking hassled, fucking buy a bunch of woods.
And I had to look that up. I didn't realize that was a real thing, and then I looked it up. They're fucking
100%. Very Philly. It's a very Philly thing. It was very
yeah.
Philly.
East Coast.
Yeah.
It was big in the dead scene.
We're
The
really good at
balloons were
fucking
big.
shit up. That's what we're really good at.
The balloons gave the dead, like security, like because the locals would give the dead
Tank.
the shit. right, for whatever came to town. So if it was nitrous, they'd give them shit, and they'd say, you really have to police this. If we start, finding kids with balloons, we're not going to let you back. And so they had roving bands of heads.
Well, it's like at Widespread, the security when we were there, they like went out and busted some guys with a tank, brought the tank backstage. Of course, we all do the tank thing. It's like, yeah, now everybody, we got a tank. It's like, that's all it is. It's a big game. It's like cat and mouse game.
I went backstage once at a Widespread Panic show in like 2003. At Red Rocks, right? 2003 at Red Rocks. And it was my buddy Bennett's Bennett's birthday.
Shout out to Bill Bass.
Oh, yeah, right on.
Yeah, I talked to him the other day.
No shit.
Yeah, it's been a long time. He's like, why didn't you call me? It's like, I didn't even know you were alive still, dude.
Shouldn't you
Crypt
be
Keeper,
dead?
the Crypt Keeper. He looks exactly like the Crypt Keeper. The crazy thing with Bill, he's got cat eyes. He's got the pupils go up and down.
Now, that's the promoter for all the for years.
That's the guy who
Bass
runs that,
Productions, Bass
Yep.
Ticketmaster.
That's the man himself. But yeah, he's got literally like he's like the Crypt Keeper though, because you look in his eyes and you're like, oh my god, you have cat eyes. Like, dude, what's going on?
Why isn't he on that? How come we haven't had him on the show?
And you, well,
He knows some stories, man.
He does. We could see if he wants to jump on some point.
I mean, we'll just make him tell a cannabis story where somebody,
He's got a lot. Well, I think he does reggae on the rocks too. That's his thing. So he's
fuck
he's
yeah.
been a weed guy forever. That's how I met him. When I first met him, it was backstage at Red Rocks, and it was like the classic where he just loves weed, So people were just showering him with weed. So
Doesn't suck to be the king.
it doesn't.
No, that's awesome.
Well, is Miles calling?
I sent the link.
Okay.
What about Jason? Let me send Jason.
Oh my God, we got all these.
Well, we got the whole time
delinquents.
thing kind of fucked up.
We got delinquents out there.
Man, you guys fucked up.
We never fucked up.
All my shit was good.
This show,
Yeah.
we're only an hour in, by the way.
I know, man.
Feels like we did a whole show already.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah, it's over,
I'm
man.
tired.
Well, but if we got spoiled with that Vegas show.
But we can do
it's just an
shout outs. We
hour.
can do some shout outs right now.
Sure.
Because we fucked up last week because we couldn't do shit.
Oh,
for
wait.
And Miles is calling in right when I say the word shout outs.
Something's happening here.
Hey.
Who do we have?
Jason.
What's up,
Jason,
guys?
what's going on?
Jason Beck for president.
Whoa. Back away from the mic, dude.
Feedback.
Jason Beck for president.
Modulating over here. You're modulating.
Yeah, man.
What's up?
Overmodulating.
How you guys doing, man?
We're great. How are
Turn
you?
your phone sideways, Jason.
Yeah, we need to see the full
We need to
effect.
see your full face.
There you
Yeah.
go. Oh, I can finally read where you're at. Where you at? A game or something? What's going on?
What's that?
Where you at?
I was at a Fuse Digital.
Oh, okay. I
Thought you were at Fenway Park or something.
thought you were at some sort of game. I don't know why. Just I had to
No.
It's about
We're
to
in the
hit
parking
play
lot
ball.
on the way. Yeah, no, we're in the parking lot about to ride off. Go meet some friends for birthday dinner.
Well, before your Uber gets there, maybe you can help us out and clarify this recent. What would you even call it? The fucking
Oh, it's a carrot
smoke and
dangler.
mirrors.
Carrot dangling in front of a bunch of mirrors with some smoke flying around it is what I see. That's
I mean, I feel like we talked about this 3 weeks ago on our Thursday night call, and I think you said it very eloquently. There's not fucking 11 Republicans that are going to ever let Democrats get a win on fucking anything.
especially weed.
So what's going to happen with this one?
Well, I mean, so let's say it's a really good thing that Senator Schumer is leading this bill for a couple of different reasons. I mean, mainly the fact that he's the House or the Senate Majority Leader. That's the biggest thing. So he can make sure that bill gets ample floor time, can move through committees well, everything else like that. And so it's really amazing. But I think it's important for people to realize that what was introduced yesterday is not a bill. It's basically like a series of talking points of points of where we need to hammer out these details on how this will actually work, not just for industry, but also for public safety, as well as a whole host of other different issues that need to be discussed and of how everything will all work in a federally regulated system going forward. And so the fact that that's happening is great. So now it's a real issue. It's really on the table, and let's hash it out, so to say.
Right. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's we all know it's inevitably going to happen. So it's just hopefully. It'd be better. It'd be better that anything gets strike. I always want things to get to a point, and then it kind of exposed the problems, hopefully, and then not happen because you don't really want it to pass ever on the first round anyway, because that's just a guaranteed fuck up, right? We're all like, oh no, well, nobody thought about that, and then you have all these
You spelled cannabis wrong. Fuck.
Yeah. But maybe within a couple of years we can kind of wean it out, because I think a lot of us, especially people like ourselves who have been in this game since.
No, so I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm listening
That's
to you,
okay.
Adam.
That's okay. So that we've been around long before legalization and been in the traditional markets, and we know that that right now is pretty much a golden time for that and for cannabis in general, just because everybody's sort of able to work all sides, which I think is important, because there's tons of people that are not going to get in the game if it's all of a sudden legal, and we all have these rules that we definitely don't want to deal with, because they're all official federal laws now. And we're like, fuck, those are federal laws? All of a sudden, like, shit.
Exactly.
That'll change
what
everything.
does this bill do? What does it actually say? I haven't read it yet.
Well, it's not a bill. It's a series of talking points. It's a series of talking points of things that need to be hashed out in order to actually have a bill. Like one of the biggest points of contention that people are talking about is the tax component. And so the tax component, to my understanding, starts off at 10% and then scales up to 25% over the course of 5 years. Now that's just what's being proposed. That's like a bargaining chip. Like, how can we make that grow? Maybe that scales over 10 years. Maybe that scales over 20 years. There's lots of different things to think about. And at the same time too, from an industry standard, from the people that I talk to in the alcohol industry, they tell me that that's a similar taxation rate, similar to alcohol. Then on top of that, as far as the 25%,
like nobody wants that.
No.
No one's feeling that at all, except for the guys collecting the cash, of course.
But wait, but it reforms 280E.
But yeah, it would reform 280E, so we would actually make more profit.
Right.
No, because what you end up paying in 280E is higher than 25%, so you would actually end up making more money.
But that's like a 50 to 70% drop in taxes to go to 20%, because most of the cannabis businesses I've spoken to, they operate at an effective 80% tax rate by not being able to take advantage of their cost of business and deductions that any normal business would be able to.
Well, and imagine how much more money would get spent on things that need to be spent, because you'd be like, cool, I can get my money back on that, instead of being like, fuck.
I can hire somebody to manage genetics now because we have revenue. I can hire a professional to handle my nutrient mixes. I can hire a specific pest person to come in when something happens. Right now, you have somebody wearing 11 hats.
Well, you have to, because you can't afford it. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So, how's Cali going for you? Are you still running Oz and everything? Is that still up, just on remote control while you're out there in the world doing thing?
What's funny is, I don't know if you guys were paying attention at all, but when we first went adult use here in California,
I doubt it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, we're talking over you.
Oh, no worries. I was just saying, when we first went adult use out here, there was the city didn't want to issue out, basically grandfather the pre-existing dispensaries into adult use. So they just had us operate by the TUP system for a while, and then create an application process. And then none of the 4 original shops in West Hollywood made the cut and were able to qualify for a license in the application program.
That's ridiculous.
So there was a whole thing that we had to organize politically in order to create a new license type in the city of West Hollywood. So that way we would ultimately obtain an adult use license under this new framework.
That's crazy. That's
so
some classic Cali shit right there.
Right. So I am happy to report that just a couple of weeks ago we had our Business Regulatory Commission hearing, and we passed with a unanimous vote, and we were ultimately issued our now what is known as the legacy cannabis business license.
Wow, there you go. That's nice.
Damn.
That gives you double props, street props, and corporate props there for. Like, whoa, legacy, bro.
Yeah. So I like the language that was used with the license, and I'm excited to see just continue to watch the growth of the industry overall.
Now, what's that bill, that environmental race? CEQA in California, right? Is that
Say
what it's
that
called?
again?
CEQA?
CEQA? You mean the environmental component?
Yeah, I've heard a ton of people just ripping the shit out of it right now because it's the most understaffed branch of government right now. They can't get their CEQA certification, and there's like a sunset that's going to occur on some 24-month. You have to be licensed, and there's potential hundreds of cannabis businesses could lose their licensure.
Well, they've done this. They've done this with other times. With this too. We can sit inside.
Yeah, don't worry about sitting inside.
We've done this. Yeah. No. It's because it says the Uber is a little bit longer, so we're gonna come inside and sit down.
Fucking Uber.
But it basically says.
It's okay, we were getting our sun gazing on out
Sorry
there.
about that, guys.
It's all right. Take a load off.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah,
it's all right.
Where was I? Let's get back to this.
You were waiting on an Uber.
CEQA,
and then you can sit inside.
CEQA. So a lot of the CEQA stuff though, it has to deal with getting local sign-offs on different things. It's really not that difficult, from my understanding, from the people that I've spoken with, to actually obtain CEQA. The problem is what happens is that the locals control a lot of the sign-offs on that, and so a lot of people get jammed up at their own local level, and that's where the holdup becomes, because they can't manage through their local system as opposed to really the whole CEQA overall.
It could be Cali's like one of those places you just have to go and, like, especially when it comes to these kind of regulated markets, is like, look at Cali and don't do anything like they do, because everything they do is always like clusterfuck. You know what I mean? Where you're just like, really?
Well,
there's way too many people.
Well, I think, Adam, one component to that though is the fact that California is so big and so diverse in so many different ways.
That's
whether it just be from the people or from the different types of regions as far as the demographics across the state.
But they've taken advantage of that too, like as far as the reality, knowing that people are going to be confused, leads it really easy for people to jump in there, and that's why Cali's just full of like bullshit local tax ordinances that make no absolute sense. Like, I've dealt with just going to Emerald Cup and going and getting a 2-day seller's license or whatever it was, for doing the trade. That has, I've had to I haven't. Like, Cece does all the work when it comes to this, but she's had to deal with calling them direct, writing them emails, because they keep charging us like we're a business in California. We're like, dude, we did 2 days at a festival. We're not paying your this tax and that, because they're like, yep, you got to pay this, you got to pay that, and it's like, no. We paid one. It's one time, and then we've got people. Oh no, you're right. We can't do that, and it's just like there's a lot of. It seems like
new shit has come to light, man.
Well, it just seems like compared to other states, they really want to hit you on as many local ordinance weird things and local fucking tax things, and this guy got this thing and signed it and gave it to that guy, and then he signed it, and now they both get paid, and you're like, what is this for? This is nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, imagine doing a weed business there. That must be just the worst, because that's on top of.
Vegas taxes you a fee for having to print the receipt that all their charges are on. Okay, it's like something like that. It's fucking ridiculous.
They charge you for that?
Oh, they charge you for everything. I follow this Vegas Twitter account, and people send in their receipts where these places are just adding charges to shit, making it up, like receipt fee, because if, during COVID, everything was electronic. You didn't hand you any paper or anything now. So now that they have to do that, you have to pay for it. It's crazy. It's the same thing as like a resort fee, that fucking casino. Resort fee for what?
A receipt fee.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I think it's like Vegas
locally. It's like the last thing they can get you for, as it's coming out of the machine. Like,
well, people don't look at it. They just pay. They just look at their total and then they pay it. But you don't see all these itemized bullshit fees. And next, a restaurant will charge you for the fork and knife that they give you to use, and tablecloth fee.
There you go.
Wow.
Now we're working angles. See, Dave obviously he's worked many angles. He's got it all covered.
No, I just want cannabis to be descheduled, and I want people to stop getting arrested for it.
Yeah.
And we need a fair system of taxation, because we're not bastard redheaded stepchild. Well, exactly, I am.
You are. We are not. That's what you need to emphasize.
I actually am, which is the funny thing. But anyway,
Yeah, I do think the tax rate is a little absorbent, but at the same time, I think that if they're starting from that point, we know that it's not going to go any higher. It can only go lower in the negotiation process. So that's why I'm not like balking at the 25% because I know that can get negotiated lower.
What can they do more now? Take it all?
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to go to 28. They're not going to go to 30. They're not going to go to 50. Okay, like that's. I mean,
only because
because
it's complete and utter theft at that point. But they would love to if they could. I mean, 28 is not unheard of. That's what Europe ended up at certain points. With certain like around that rate. And 28, 30 is definitely in the cards. But it depends what it comes with, right? I guess if it comes with anything, some interesting reasons that you might want to do that. But the problem is that it's become. I mean, we've done it all on our own without the government, right? We've done it all without the federal government up until this point, and so it's going to be interesting to see how much we lose at the same time as we gain. You know what I mean? Because that's always a problem, and with the feds, it can get real. It can get real weird, just because they're in control of a lot of things that affect people's daily life more than the state level does.
Yeah, fucking feds.
And with the medical, and also the way that the medical shit is going now, it's also becoming kind of like, there used to be a time when you knew your rights as far as like, no, medical rights are between a patient and the doctor, and that's our thing, and that's all gone. You know what I mean? Like all that shit.
And cops.
Now they have
Can
it on.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
Because you guys are in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Why did Jared Polis sign the THC cap bill? What is going on?
It's a shit show.
And why is Ian letting them do that? And I have a whole other question too. Is that organization? What is it? Meta out there, the big association of
the MIG one or
power group.
Not
the
MIG.
big one.
The MIG, or not MIG.
MIG,
no.
yeah.
Yeah, MIG. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're terrible too.
Yeah.
They've always been, but they've always been.
And how is MIG letting this get through?
Well, the thing is, it's the problem I see is that because so many cannabis companies have gotten to the point where they have 27 shops and they've got lobbyists and they're trying to cover their bases and they're all becoming so like cutthroat on each other that everything else is getting sucked into it too. So like mom and pa, forget about it. You know what I mean? Compared to it's okay. I can't eat during the show because it's a little messy. People,
it might be a little difficult for. Adam will watch me eat pizza then.
There you go. Dave's gonna eat pizza in the corner. But yeah, I think that's been the biggest problem is that like you got the industry turning in on itself combined with the mothers against anything, blaming the weed on their kids' failure. Actually, as their parents as failures because their kids smoke some dabs and who knows what else, but they blame it on the dabs because they keep finding little dab tools in their room or whatever it is. They went up there with like, it was crazy because they had like so many people going up there with positive stories and they didn't listen to anything anybody said. And they had like one or two moms going up there with absolute ridiculous stories about like kids, 14-year-old girls selling their bodies for dabs. You're like, get the fuck.
No one ever thought.
No
Jason,
way.
That
Yes.
Yes. No one thought he would
Cut
ever
it
sign
out.
this.
Yes, that's what this is what the parents were saying, and people were believing it or taking it. Oh yeah, my daughter. It's like, come on now.
And they
Hold on, but none of it was ever true, right?
But they didn't give a shit. That's what I'm saying. They were already had decided.
It's true now because Polis validated it.
Because they didn't question it. They didn't question it, and everybody who was there, who was in the industry, was just like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now? This is ridiculous." And
Do you think there was a trade-off to MIG for something?
What could you gutted
I don't
our
know.
entire? I mean,
well, and then they tried to go with this whole tenth of a gram per. Like dabs had to be broken down into tenth of a gram, And then they realized that's impossible, so they said, okay, they have to give a tool that will show you what a 1/10 of a gram is, which is also not really that fucking feasible because everything is different. One is diamonds, and one is fucking shatter, and one is wax, and there's no consistent, like, this is a 1/10 of a gram, right? So anyway, all about it. It's a bunch of shit that's totally not really even feasible, but somehow the Mothers Against Fun have
Mothers Against Fun
have jumped in again.
It's not just them. It's not just them. It's also Sam. Project Sam. Smart
What's
approaches
Sam?
to marijuana. Kevin Savet.
What is Sam?
Is that like a new DARE program?
What the hell is that?
Yeah, Sam. Project Sam. Smart approaches to marijuana. Kevin Savet.
Oh no, I have heard of that actually.
He's the largest. That's
Sounds
the largest prohibitionist lobbying group in the country.
Yeah, and those are always ridiculous.
That's like No Child Left Behind, right? It sounds good until you find out what it is, and then it's every child left behind. So what is Sam?
Exactly.
What is this? I didn't know this.
Project Sam.
It's
Smart approaches to marijuana.
which are none of them are smart.
No.
That's the funny part. They're all just total like.
That's the guy, bro. I don't know if you remember back in the days, like on the Oprah show and stuff like that, when they would talk about cannabis on there, he would always be on the show, and he would be all the one that always saying that the government needs to research it, and they need to research it, and they need to research it, and nothing should be done until it's researched.
And it's been researched like no other.
Yet the government never funds a study that will ever show any validity to, or any efficacy to cannabis. So like you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and there was plenty of studies along the way that proved it, that were done independently, but then those would never be cited by anybody, of course, because that wasn't the point.
Yeah.
The point was to get. They did that in Holland with when I was there in like 90, I think it was around 95, because it was when I was still with the CIA. So around 95, U.S. government set up.
Sorry, does anybody else want to hear him say that? The CIA
set up a driving test in Holland to once and for all figure out where cannabis stood, as far as people's response times and their ability to drive. And so they did this. It cost them millions and millions of dollars, right? And so at the end, they were like, "Okay, here it is. Give us the juicy details." And they were well, basically everybody drove really slow, and they missed more exits. That was it. And that was like such a stoner. And I was like, that's exactly what. So I said, what you do is you put 2 exits for every exit. It'll cost a little more money up front. It'll cost a little bit more money up front, but then
you put one on each side of the freeway.
Muggle exit and next exit for stoners.
Stoner exit. You just have exit B, exit S or something. The S exit.
That's so.
But it was
No, Adam. I think you just need to put an exit on one on the left side and one on the right side. So whether you're in the right lane or the slow lane, then you know what I'm saying, you're going to see the exit.
You always get the exit.
Wait,
exactly.
did you just say the right lane or the slow lane? They do that in California too, because here in Colorado, you're supposed to drive on the right and pass on the left, but everybody appears to go into an empty highway and drive in a straight line on the left-hand side, and I don't know.
It sucks though, because you can get pulled over for that. And it's like totally like, really? What'd you get pulled over for? Just being in the high-speed lane, pretty much. And there was like, cop decided to be an asshole, and they can do that. They can do that.
And I think what we were talking about earlier is kind of like the way, wasn't there a report done like way back in the Nixon administration? They wanted to find out all the harmful problems with cannabis, and they did a big federal study, and it proved that there was nothing wrong with it. Nobody died, totally safe.
It's always
and
the same.
They just threw the report away. It was just like, fuck, we paid for it. We don't have to tell anybody we
And they
we
had the
actually
same.
did it.
And they had the same when they tried to fuck the rats up, because they kept giving them more THC, more THC, more THC. And what happened was the rat that they gave the THC to outlived all the other rats, even the ones.
It outlived the researcher.
It outlived all the rats, the cancerous ones, the healthy ones. And it was like, what? Wait a minute. We gave this thing like 50 times its body weight in THC, and it somehow managed to just live through it all.
Jack talked about that too, right?
It did great.
You know how it killed the rat? They had a 10-pound,
No, that was
brick. It fell on the rat.
No, they had that monkey, and then they had the monkeys, and
Asphyxiated it.
It's terrible. It's like we're still running through that bullshit. But I think.
Hey, did you guys?
Yeah.
What's that?
Hey, did you guys hear about the kid that's the medical patient that is suing the state on the constitutionality the THC cap.
Here in Colorado? Or where?
Yep.
No, I didn't. Let's
No,
tell us about our own backyard.
I'm sure we will have one of our investigative reporters in a second be able to.
Well, Shitty
Google
Jamie's
it.
all over it. No, he's not even there. He's gone. He left us.
Well, just so you know.
Oh, he came back in. He flipped us off. Wow. Does anybody else work with somebody like that?
Did you?
Do you work with anyone like that, Jason? When you just want them to do their job and you catch the bird?
Oh, he said job. Like
do you work with anyone that steals your dab rig every time you come into work?
Oh,
yes, I do. His name is Adam Dunn.
Oh, look at the. I'm using it though. I'm not wasting it.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Good. You can take it anytime. you want.
No, it's good. Don't worry about me.
You couldn't fix mine.
No,
Mark
it
is
was
on a passive aggressive kick right now, man.
There's only a few places though that I work at that you can bring your dab rig into though.
Sure.
Unfortunately.
I wound up, believe it or not, getting one into Red Rocks, but I couldn't use it because I brought this one instead of my white one, and it fucking lights up, and I can't turn the light off. So
you're like in full effect.
Yeah.
I was telling Dave about when I first met you, and we went to House of Blues or whatever it was, and it was like you were just blowing smoke on everybody, and I was just like, dude, you're kind of crazy, man. And you were like, this is what I do for fun. I just come down here to smoke weed at the entranceway, basically, and blow weed.
You make it okay for everybody else to smoke?
Yeah. It was what year was that? I was trying to remember what year it was. It was 10 years ago. Was it 10 years ago?
2004, 2005, 2006. I mean, that was going on ever since I got to LA. Yeah, all the way up until its sad closure.
I know. So you got to close it out, or were you there for the last?
Yeah.
Minutes? Nice.
Yeah, I went to a closeout party. That was so many great memories from that place.
Yeah, no, that was fun. That was a good day. And so you said you got everything back on track. So were you closed at the Oz for a long time because you had to like shut down for real, or did it just sort of make you in sort of like court case shit for a while?
Wait, say that again?
With the Oz, did you actually have to shut the place down during all this stuff, or did you just have to deal with
No.
No, it's just a court case.
Yep. Well, no, it was going through the legislative process.
Gotcha.
So basically, what happened is that we created a voter initiative for the ballot, and before us submitting to ultimately go into the ballot, we did a settlement agreement with the city to finally obtain our license. So then that way we wouldn't actually take it to the ballot.
Right. Cool. And so now you got proper license. I like the legacy point.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah,
how many total are they gonna? So how many total are they looking at to do that? Is that like a cap per?
Well, that's only the four of us.
Okay. And is that special just for that? Well, like that's the only place that has those legacy licenses. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, only the four original stores are the only ones that have the legacy license.
That's awesome.
Damn.
Yeah.
Good for you, man. Congrats.
So
what
yeah,
happens? What happens? Like, if we roll the tape forward, what do you really see as the final horse trade bill or law? What do you think it's going to happen, and will it happen anytime before 2028?
I think it could. I think that's not unrealistic. 2028 timeline. Like I said, there's still a lot to hash out and a lot of things that have to be figured out from a logistical standpoint. So, I mean, one thing is like a standardization, because the reality is you can't have a vape cartridge that tests clean in one state and test dirty in another state and expect to have interstate trade.
Well, I'm being facetious with the 2028 thing because I think people who thought that the Democrats were going to get it done in the first 2 years, we were laughing about this for over a year now. It's not, Democrats have never been good on the cannabis industry. I'll stand by the statement that more people are still serving time for cannabis offenses during Democratic administrations than Republican administrations. In fact, Clinton administration, add them up, all of them. So what do you really think? I mean, are we going to get this anytime sooner, or is this just going to be the next fucking tug of war for the next decade?
Well, you know what I always say, and I'm going to continue to always say, is that every day that we don't have federal legalization, we are one day closer to having federal legalization.
There you go.
Yeah. How middle of the road for you.
It's like we're dying every day.
Right.
I'm dying over here. Everybody's dying every
He's charging.
Hey, we're back.
He's.
Sorry, we were dark for
I'm
a
hoping
second.
I
that
said,
this young
I said
man wins his
everybody's
case.
dying, and we died.
Yeah.
We literally died on the word die. And now we're back.
Just as soon as he said everyone is dying over here,
I'm dying over here. And then all of a sudden we died.
death
Yeah.
circle came.
Where are we going for dinner tonight, Jason?
Oh, yeah, you're coming.
This internet just kind of goes out every once in a while. It's weird.
Oh, shit.
It's a sushi restaurant. I'm not sure.
Is James Loud going to be there? He
But
fucking
it's,
posts the greatest sushi photos.
James Loud. Doubt it.
Oh, we died
Maybe.
again? What's this? RIP,
Maybe.
everybody.
You never know.
Did we die again?
No,
It's
Well, I'm full streaming right here. I'm good.
and I think
Go ahead.
you know Tori Honeypot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's her birthday tonight. I'm going over to her dinner.
Happy birthday, Tori.
Tell her congrats from us.
Yeah,
One more day closer to death.
will do.
Yeah, just tell her one more. Just tell her
You're so
one
sweet.
more day closer to death from the
you're
Adam
so
Dunn show.
Yeah, you're such an optimist.
Yeah, right.
It's one more day closer to legalization too.
So what's
Yeah, that's
so
right.
so it's Jason Beck 420 if people want to follow your antics right up and around the
Yeah,
world.
that's my Instagram. Then I'm at Clubhouse at Cannabis Policy. And then we also too it was a story that I covered about the young man that's doing the lawsuit because I'm really disappointed in Governor Polis signing that bill. I mean, Ron DeSantis had a similar bill proposed in Florida and he vetoed it. So why the Democrats are signing in these bills? I'm just not too sure of why, because all it does is ultimately fuel the illicit market.
100%. Yeah,
So-
it's very short-sighted, and on top of that, it's like we really rallied behind him as a cannabis community. You know what I mean? So he kind of
Exactly.
kind of
And
owes
he
us,
just
kind of
stabs
owes
you
us,
guys all in the back.
kind of owes us a little bit of something. I mean, Jesus, you know, it's like
Is it possible like he didn't sign it and someone else did, and they just don't want to let us know that somebody hacked the system? And because that is so it is. If you'd have asked me, will he sign? I think that's the reason why they allowed all this fucking bullshit to go in, because nobody thought it was ever going to get signed into law the way it was. Thought he was just going to veto it, kick it back, and that was going to be it. But to have him sign it, we were talking about how that would end everything. I mean, I didn't want to buy grams because you can get 4 grams into these 1 gram containers, but now to have 10 for one. All right, so they backtracked on that, but now they added a tool, and now he signed this. That's just fucked. It's a tremendous letdown. I'm not happy with him, and
and he has Ian, and like you were saying before, he's got Ian right there. You know, the guy who knows what's going on. So it's like, come on, Ian.
Well, then what don't we understand, right? That's what I'm asking myself is why would he sign a bill like this? Does he know that there's just going to be federal legalization, so he didn't care? He didn't even want to have to fight with these people. He knew that it would be taken care of, or is it like nefarious? Is he changing his tune on cannabis? Because this is this is not pro cannabis.
No.
I mean, I'm just really disappointed. I'm not sure. I don't know. And it's just really disappointing to see that the first type of this bill even getting the light of day, really from, and when I say light of day, I mean a governor signing it. Not that it's making through different stages in the House or whatnot or Senate, but it's just very disappointing. I always viewed him as an ally in this, and he's someone that understands the industry and like knows the industry. So why he would do this is beyond the rationale and scope of, I think, what we all try to teach our legislators when we're trying to inform them about cannabis.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's also one of those deals where you look at it and you go, it's never going to work anyway. No matter
very
how
undude.
You can't make that work. You know what I mean? If you were to take, it's like when they say THC caps on plants. You're like, so you think you're going to get people to grow 15% max cannabis? Like, that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? That's not.
Hold on.
That's impossible.
No. Even better, Adam. You think you're going to tell a plant not to grow stronger than something?
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Governor Polis does.
Well, I mean, we don't.
Yeah.
We don't have this. We don't have this control factor where we can just tell plants what to do.
Don't go stronger than 0.3, or I'm going to spray you with this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and or they what they've talked about, not so much here in Colorado, but is like, oh, okay, no problem with the concentrates. You'll just mix something else in with it to make it weaker. You know
What?
And you're like, no, you're not going to mix anything in with my product. That's impossible.
Wait, what? They'll put the stuff that they were putting in McDonald's hamburgers, the pink slime. Why don't we, add that?
Did we lose him?
I think we have audio, but I think he turned his video off because
Okay,
he's using
cool.
his phone. Or something.
I'm here.
That's fine.
Mark
Yeah,
just
give
wanted
me
to get the pizza in the
second.
shot.
That's fine. We got pizza waiting for Dave
Oh.
over there. That's why.
Ooh, I got a pizza coming too, and I get to eat it, so that's pretty cool. No, man.
No, I'll look at it on the.
But dude, it has pork on it. He's gonna have to touch
wait,
it.
has
He's all sad
meat?
about it.
I don't want any meat.
I'm just kidding with you. I don't know what's on there.
Oh, it has pork because you were saying it's not kosher. Is that
No,
what?
it's got nothing.
Yeah,
on it,
bro.
dude. It's a straight
Look
up.
at that.
Look at that. Can't see it because you
Can't
can
see it
just
because
no.
Mark's on the wrong
Oh,
camera.
dude,
Oh,
come
Mark,
on.
get the right
Sit
camera
down.
working.
There you go. There
There it
you
is.
go.
New York pizza made in Colorado from Crestone with hippie ingredients, so it can't be any of the above. No, it's almost New York. Now it's New York pizza because it's got a New York guy holding it.
Oh,
There you go, Flushing.
I'm afraid to eat.
It's a Flushing.
Why are you
clam.
afraid to eat it?
What if I don't like it, man?
Oh,
What
you're
do you
gonna
mean?
Love it. Take the crispiest piece. There you go. Ooh, I already said no.
Oh,
So this kid is saying his argument is he's challenging the constitutionality of the bill, saying that it impedes on his life and makes it more difficult to getting the life-saving medicines that he needs.
Right. And he's from Colorado originally, or he moved here for the medical.
I'm not sure. To tell you the truth on that, I have zero clue of that.
And,
But
he said he was 18 years old. He's young.
I think he's like 18 or 19. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's kind of like the classic where people move here, bring their kids because they can get them on the 18 program.
Cannabis refugees.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering if he was that or not. But yeah, it's again disappointing. We're disappointed as much as you.
When does the case come up? I mean, when is the full review on everything? Can you not hear me? Jason, when is this case going to be finally put to bed?
I'm not sure, but I can tell you what, I will be continuing to cover it on the State of the Cannabis News Hour from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Clubhouse Monday through Friday.
I joined your podcast. I've been listening to it. It's
And maybe link
good
him up
source
with
of
us. We
news.
can get him on right here.
Yeah.
Let's get him on the show because that sounds like a must. I have no problem getting behind a something like that, especially here locally, and yeah, we can help him out. Have you been talking to him directly, or
What's that?
have you talked to him directly?
Talk to who?
To what was his name? Elijah. What was his name again? Oh, not Elijah. What was the kid's name? The one. The one with
story
case.
you were
The one
profiling.
with the case. With the case.
Oh no! I have not. No, I've not spoken with a child. No,
Okay.
no. I've just been reporting on the story. That's it.
well, you call him a child. Is he 18 or is he younger than that?
Probably because I'm old and I think that like they're under 20, so they're a child.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on if we can have him on the show or not. If he's under 18, we get to know. If he's over 18, then we'd love to talk to him.
I think he may be 18 or 19. I'm not too sure on it, and I don't want you to quote me if he's not. But I mean, you have the computer right there. You should Google this real quick.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Do not tell Shitty Jamie to do something. He's eating pizza right now. You're gonna fucking. You're pissing him.
no.
right
What do you
off.
guys need?
I mean,
He's got a mouthful of.
I mean, don't you-
Pepperoni.
I mean, come on.
What
come
are we
on,
looking
Adam.
up?
I know you got some. I know
Pizza.
you have some sponsorships. I'm sure you got an intern over there that could look it up.
Oh,
hand you a piece of
wow.
paper.
Damn.
He's even nailed
Oh,
it, dude.
wow.
Damn.
Nice.
You're like the man. It's MTI. Mark the intern. That's how you got. You
or
nailed
Shitty
it.
Jamie.
Yeah.
That's his name.
I mean-
intern is in his name. That's how-
AKA Mark
It's your,
Mids.
it's isn't it part of your job is to teach them how to do things?
Oh, no! Don't even go there.
No.
No,
No, we want
no.
interns to know
No,
their
I'm just
craft
there to
already.
borrow all his shit when I'm doing my show. That's
Yeah,
pretty much. That's
I'm
how,
basically just here for him to borrow my rig.
Yeah, I borrow his rig. I
No
get
dad from
papers
Mark.
off of
That is-
him. I always forget papers. He always gives those to me. So, yeah, that's what he's here for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
as long as hey,
and
you know
keep
what
the
I mean?
sound rolling. That's the most important part. That's the most.
Whatever works, whatever keeps the wheels greased.
But now he's getting like tons of tech
Don't say
information
grease.
because we've had a few dropouts. So he's literally now becoming an internet
ISP
ISP installer with all sorts of skills. Right, Mark?
Oh yeah, dude, I'm totally reading all that shit.
Is he turning into a hacker?
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
In front of our
He's
eyes.
just getting way more passive aggressive.
Yeah, he's basically not doing anything right now. He's like, you know what?
I'm eating
Fuck
pizza.
you.
Oh yeah, I left this on like that. There you go.
Okay,
There's
so
something
We,
like
we
that.
were sitting
We got the name of the
one
kid?
entire
Something like that.
rail car
Who?
away.
What are we looking at?
we're trying to figure out the name of the kid. With
Jason,
the
we were
case.
sitting one rail
Against-
car away. I
case
asked
against
Adam, I said,
Jared
Adam,
Rose.
are we going to go on
Against-
time today?
oh,
And
okay.
Mark heard me an
Against
entire
the-
rail car away and yelled out, no! So that's what we're dealing with here.
Wow.
Adam.
Yes.
Adam, he sounds like he builds video games.
Ooh.
No, he plays
Who, me?
video games.
No, I
He
don't play video
streams them.
games.
No, he's way
I
beyond
used to. I don't anymore because
He's an aggressive bass
No,
player.
I
He has a
didn't say.
girlfriend.
I didn't say.
and sexy DJ. So there you go. Sexy
he
DJ.
is a sexy DJ.
He's a sexy DJ. He's half.
Damn.
He's half
Good
dolphin.
job, bro. Good job.
He's got dolphin genes. So
all
that,
right.
that helps. I don't know if that helps.
Wait,
but-
I don't know. What's the dolphin thing?
Ballin'.
You didn't know about his dolphin genes? Come on, dude. You've seen his fucking. Never mind.
Oh, his hulking
Never mind.
stature?
The dolphin.
bro.
Yeah, dolphin genes.
Those are trending.
Those are pretty yeah, pretty good. Sought after, very sought after.
According to Dirt Road Dube, it is now big fat dab time, so you know what that means, everybody.
Ooh, you can't do dabs in your car because you don't have your rig ready to do you.
Are you not ready?
Come on. You're supposed to be ready at all times, Mr. Beck.
Pull out your rig.
Pull it out. Pull out your Puffco.
Well, I am ready. Yeah, I have a pocket full of joints, but the Ubers won't let me smoke in their car.
No, come on. Tell that Uber you're on a podcast and you're going to become famous.
Yeah, we'll make him famous.
We're making him famous. He will be famous. You know that.
Adam done the Kingmaker. Come on, what do you
will be-
want?
He'll be that Uber driver that got busted.
Hey.
That got fired.
Wait, are you in an Uber or a Lyft?
Lyft will definitely let you smoke.
Yeah.
What's that?
I got high in my Uber from the DC conference in 2017, I want to say, with the driver. He was a dreadlock wearing guy. I asked him if I could smoke, and he said no problem. And then
Did you ask him if he wanted to smoke?
I asked him if it would be okay if I smoked. I said I was coming from a cannabis conference. He said no problem. He said he had dreadlocks, but he said he didn't smoke anymore, but that his wife had just given birth, and she was having a lot of postpartum problems. And I said, well, I've got these joints. I'm not going to be able to smoke them all before I get on the plane in D.C.
Nice.
You're welcome.
See,
He said,
that's what-
really? He called his wife up, and he said, baby, I'm going to be coming home with these. And I'm
That's
like,
what
"Oh,
happens when you let smokers smoke in your car. Just so you know, just so the Uber driver hears it right now, he knows he's missing
Yeah,
out.
tell him it's okay. We'll let him on a podcast.
He could be live worldwide. 50,000 people be watching him.
Rosendog, sweeten the pot. What are you going to offer this Uber driver
Rosendog.
for Jason?
What are you going to send
What can
him?
you do?
We can get a whole sort of set for him.
Hey,
whole bucket of
Can I ask you-
atomizers.
A bucket of appetizers? No way. Is that from Poland?
No, atomizers.
Atomizer. Oh, you fucked up.
What'd you say, Jason?
Appetizers and atomizers?
What'd you say?
Can I ask you guys another question about one of your
Yeah.
guys' lawmakers out there in Colorado?
Uh-oh. Yeah.
All bad. They're all bad.
Yeah. What's up? Who we got to go whack?
Yeah.
Who we got to go whack?
Who
Hickenlooper.
fucked?
Oh,
Hickenlooper.
Come on.
He's not our people. He's
not a politician
He's
anymore.
gone, dude. He's out of our. He's completely out of
Why was the industry was supporting him?
Telescopic says it best. If you want to talk about Colorado politics, we'll have him on for you. He knew. I mean, he knew when I was giving shit to the Republicans. He's like, "You watch, Dave. Democrats are gonna fuck it all up." The best guy we ever had for cannabis was Cory Gardner, and he's a right wing nut job.
we need more right wing nut jobs. More right wing.
No, I decided. You know what? I'm just giving up left or right. I'm just on the cannabis party. Show me the guy that is good for cannabis.
Right there, he's right there. We're watching him. This is.
I know he's running for president.
Running for president.
Wait, does the Uber driver know you're running for
Does
president?
he even
man?
know that he's driving the guy who's going to run for president next round under the weed fucking zone?
No, the Uber driver does not know that. No.
Oh my God.
Well, no, you have to
He
say
could
it
say-
completely out loud. Does the Uber
Yes.
driver know that you are going to be the weed president?
Yes. Imagine when you smoked weed
Oh,
with
he
a guy
can
who
hear us,
became
he
president. Of course he can hear us. He's listening.
He's on,
He
are
loves
you on
the show.
speaker or do you have headphones in or ear pods?
No, you guys are on speaker. They can
Yeah.
definitely hear.
Hey,
I'm not-
Uber driver.
I'm not sure if they can make it out. But
Jason Beck's a billionaire. You should let him smoke in the car.
He has way
man.
more money than he dresses, actually.
He dresses mids, but he smokes fire.
Yeah. No,
I only smoke the best weed in the world.
I know
What are you
you're-
smoking?
Well, that's what I mean. You're missing out on the best weed with the guy who's going to be president. It's like, come on, that'd be my dream.
Wait, you're in California. I thought he just has to pull the car over, right? He can't
legal.
be moving.
Yep, totally. You
Who
can stop.
told us that? That he said that you just have to pull the car over. They can't do
true.
anything. Really?
It's true.
Jason, is that really true?
You can just pull over and smoke and pull
Well,
the keys out.
let me just say this. It's true, but it's not true. So
You're gonna get fucked with.
It's
is what you
true
mean.
in the sense. No. It's true in the sense that you're not allowed to smoke in public places. Okay.
So they call
But
a
is
car.
there any enforcement for? Is there any enforcement for that here in California when we have real crime across the entire state? And we have people that are calling for defunding the police and different things like that, and that you have law enforcement morale at an all-time low. Do you really think that there's an abundance of effort being placed on people smoking cannabis on the streets?
No, but it's still in their quiver.
No, but the whole thing about the car thing that is funny is that, obviously they would here you can't drive and be under the influence, so they would expect that the driver would like have to step out of the car, is the way I would think. And everyone could smoke in the car, then the driver could wait till all the smoke's back out, then get back in the car. That'd be the safest way if you wanted to think about it because otherwise it's just a big fucking hot box, really.
Adam, you realize this is what I wanted to talk about with your boy Hickenlooper.
Oh yeah, chicken looper we call him.
Yeah.
All right, well, pretend Adam is Hickenlooper and lay into him.
Yeah. Hey,
Go
how's
ahead.
it going there, Jason?
Hello, Jason.
Hello, Jason.
Hello, Jason. I'm John Hickenlooper.
I'm just wondering why you're putting so much. So here's my question. People have been consuming cannabis pretty much at a very high rate for decades. Would you agree with me on that?
High rate? Yeah, sure.
in your Hickenlooper
Oh,
voice.
yeah. I guess
High rate?
I guess they've been smoking on a high rate for yeah.
Okay, and so my point is that drug driving had never been a thing up until states started with legalization plans, and so I just wonder how real the problem is, and or is it just something where people are looking for a problem to create a new law or perpetuate reefer madness?
Yes.
Well, we had this really, really expensive study back in the 90s, and it said that we had to build 2 exits for every exit.
On the left and on the right.
And left on the
Yes.
right. And we're going to do that, by golly. No,
And we need to raise revenues. So what we did is we created a fictitious problem. We made right people wrong, and then we arrested them. And they cost tens of thousands of dollars in legal bills. They have to pay the court fees, and we get all these fines. But I'm going to be throwing the first pitch out at the Rockies game tomorrow night, so you should come down and see me.
I'm glad you took over on
That's
the Hickenlooper. Yeah, no, it sucks because it's always low hanging fruit with cannabis people too, because we're always like, now we're even worse because we have established businesses that have had to run in the fucking red and be like running like just hurting for so long, but only just waiting for the day to be able to finally, rise up and be free. No. But, again, once it goes legal or federal, then it's going to be a whole other set of hoops to jump through and more taxes on top of those taxes. So it's probably not going to be the greatest.
birthday.
All right. So we're going to let you go now because you're going to be in the middle of the party. So
Try the unagi. It's really good tonight, I hear. Thanks for coming on, Jason. We appreciate it.
Hey,
Oh,
guys.
wait. But when you get your
Hey,
bill,
thanks for
ask for
having
the
me,
done
fellas.
deal.
yeah,
For
tell
the
him
discount.
you want the done deal for the sushi. Okay.
Yeah, tell them we worked it out with their sensei, and that you get 42% off your bill
42% off every time.
every time. Works. All
I'm
the
about
time.
that life.
That's
I
right.
appreciate that. That'd be great.
Anytime, my friend.
No, just
That'd be
let the guy
great.
know that's sitting you.
I'll
Yep.
I'll check in with you soon.
Exactly.
And get us in touch with that kid.
Awesome.
Thank you,
my friend.
Jason.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for coming
Talk
in.
to you guys soon.
You're the man. Thanks.
You guys be safe.
Peace out.
All right.
That was fun.
What's the be safe thing?
Oh, whatever.
That's become like the catchphrase
Be
for
safe,
COVID.
bro.
Be safe. Don't die.
No, it's
Don't
that's
die.
the guys who didn't take vaxes together. Like that's ours. Yeah, be safe,
I
bro.
don't
Don't
care
get around
anymore.
those shedding motherfuckers. You
All right.
shedding motherfucker. Look at the dedication from Jason. He went through the whole Uber ride with us.
Right, he's a good man.
The Uber driver did not appreciate anything.
I think that
No
Uber
fun.
drivers had way worse passengers. Way
How many
worse.
podcasts come out of Ubers? Lots.
SofaBab. Actually, don't you guys all drive an Uber while you do the podcast?
That would be good.
Polly's usually on a remote location.
That's his thing.
That's his thing.
Cool. And the rest of you guys have. No, wasn't there? You guys were in the same room but had different cameras. Is that the case?
Yeah, we used to be in the same studio, and then
And
we
that-
started doing Zoom.
Yeah.
But we've been now. He just picks one of us because he doesn't want all of us in the goddamn studio anymore. So
Wow.
Why? Because he doesn't like you?
yeah,
Oh.
he hates us. But did you
That's-
see the clip? Did you see the clip about?
Are we talking about the number one sociopath podcast?
Number one.
Number one.
Number one.
Sociopathic
Did you see our
podcast.
clip though?
No.
No.
About you?
Who?
What?
About Dave?
Yeah, it's no. I sent it to the thing. No, it was about Adam, about trying to get you on the show and stuff.
Oh no, I didn't see.
But there's a whole clip.
What's the and stuff?
Where'd you send it to?
Why do you add that vernacular to your
I'll
speech?
send it again.
All right. You sound like J.D. Harmeyer from the Howard Stern Show.
Okay.
And stuff, you know.
See, I don't say nothing. You didn't say me nothing.
No, it's in the WhatsApp thing. I'll send it right now.
Well, I did see that you broke my picture frame. That was cool.
Oh yeah, that's good, right?
Yeah, I
Oh,
saw
you
that.
like that?
Yeah,
I saw that. Like, just, there goes Adam, his career down the tubes.
all his career. Yeah,
Yeah, Adam's
that's what you
career.
get for putting stuff on my desk, man.
Crashed
I
and
didn't
burned.
put it on the desk.
I don't know who put it on my desk. but
Somebody. It
someone
slid.
put it on my desk, and now it's
You
broke.
pulled it away, it slid it down and broke. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the worst.
I didn't break
and then,
anything.
And then you sent me the I'm on my way, and all it did was
It
go
didn't
right.
work.
It went to me, and I was like, well,
Right.
here I am. I'm right here.
Didn't work for me either. No, same thing happened.
Hold on, I'll send it to you, but not right now.
Not
No,
now.
no,
You're,
yeah,
you're
no.
sitting right there, dude. I don't need to know where you are.
Yeah.
What?
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 Oh, you're gonna send me that thing later. Oh man,
man.
shitty Jamie. He's up to no good. Oh, look at this.
What's up with this camera?
What is this camera?
I don't know.
What is this?
Go to one. Go to two. Go to one. Go to two.
I like this one better. It looks
all right.
like Adam's like peeking over the
What?
little chair.
Somebody let
I don't even know what's going on there.
Mini Adam.
This is a weird.
It's
one.
Adam and Mini Adam.
Hello. Oh yes, Mini Adam is over
He's
there.
like,
He's over there. Mini
what
Adam's
was
over
the
here.
where the guy had two heads? It was
He's over.
Men in Black.
Wait, there. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to do both at the same time.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, no, it's good to see him just plowing through with these things. And I mean, like you said, it's not a real deal, so it's kind of good. It's just a big like, what's going to happen when? Because they know it's going to happen.
I'm telling
It's
you,
inevitable.
man.
But it's just like everyone's going to jockey. It's funny because everyone's been like, it's a hot potato subject for so long, and yet I've been saying for a long time. You've probably been saying, and I think all like anybody who embraces cannabis is going to win because people are going to love the fact that they actually are out of the gate. You know, that's what they're running on type thing. I think that person's going to get a lot of momentum. But of course, you know, you need more than that. Obviously.
Cynical response number one is that they can deny cannabis right now. They can be cannabis haters, and when it becomes legal, they'll find a way to weasel into a position.
Of course they will.
So how they behave right now for cannabis doesn't mean dick in 2 or 10 years whenever it's legalized, because they will find a way to have their application go to the front of the line and they'll take it over. It's fuck.
I think we're just in that golden period too again where we should just be all happy to
I'm
not
okay with
have
that.
it not have it legal yet. Let's like have as many options thrown around as we can so we could decide, because it's like buying your house or your car too fast, you know, like later you're like, man, I could have got that much more if I just waited. And
We're sitting here with your Pulp Fiction case of you know, I described you, somebody's asking me about that case. What's that case that Adam has? I said, you ever see Pulp Fiction? You know when they open up the case and it glows gold and you never see what's in it? It was all this dabs, all this the oil and whatnot. You say it's not legal, but we're sitting here, you know, using this substance, but we're both right. It's legal. We can use it, but they're still going to use it as a tool against us to arrest black and brown people.
And Mark.
And Mark.
Me.
He qualifies.
I know.
They use it as the like the beginning of whatever investigation it is, and
You
they
know, Mark
still
got
do.
arrested in Vegas, right?
I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
What else happened in Vegas? Wait, what? It was Mark got arrested. What did I do? I lost my bagels, and you got
Obviously.
abducted by aliens.
Well, that's who? Me, or
Yeah,
the
no,
one that
that's-
they replaced you? The me.
Oh.
The replacement.
Is it? No,
Yeah,
because
the
the
alien
replacement
replacement.
you will get the vaccine. So then I'll know you're replaced.
No,
You're not replaced.
Aliens
You're
are
still
smart.
you.
Aliens are smarter than your average idiot human. They'd be like, what? No.
That'll be a great thing if we find out that, that commonality across the universe is cannabis. Every planet they go to where there's sentient life, there's always cannabis. Like we're looking for the Goldilocks zone of the way the planet goes. No. If cannabis grows there, there's going to be life there. It's like the mosquitoes here. Why are there more mosquitoes here? Because the blood of all of us stoned is far better than muggle blood.
Ooh, listen to you, muggle blood.
Well, good question from M1K3. Did you catch the anal probe?
How would I remember?
Did you?
They erase your memory.
Did Cartman come out of your
They
ass?
completely erase your memory at that point.
Yeah, dude.
They want you to.
Really?
They
Is
want
that
you
what
to-
happens? They
Of
erase your
course.
memory?
Of course. And some people, they think they get like little flashes here and there, but
Well, wasn't that movie where you had
hasn't
to
happened
watch the last 16 minutes was like his, his testimony of what happened to him when he was abducted by aliens?
what are you talking about?
There was a movie. It was like probably in the late 80s, early 90s. It was really cool. Abducted by Aliens movie. I'm spacing the name. Somebody will remember it.
You're really relying on other people to remember everything.
They've been
for you.
great tonight, man.
Yeah, someone will remember
I
that.
told you, dementia runs in my family. It might be beginning right now. That might be because I can't remember a movie.
This could be a great way for you to document everything because you could go wow, look at me by now. On the
Holy shit,
10th year,
Dave remembered shit back then. Now he doesn't even know who he
Dave's
is.
just like in the corner, just going in circles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I go by Shitty Jamie then. That'll be my nickname.
All right.
All right.
You
How
know
about some
what?
shout outs?
Exactly. I was just thinking that because you know what we have to do is we have to shout out right out of the gate without going into our normal shout outs. Don't do it
I'm not doing it.
because we went on our trip due to a couple of our sponsors. So I want to start with them because we didn't really get a good because it was so loud. It was so much. I mean, apologies for the sound quality. We tried to do our best.
Maybe we just tell the story right now, just so you understand. It was supposed to be held at a really nice place. We checked the internet ahead of time. They had land for Mark. Everything was supposed to be fine.
We had a room.
And Vegas melted.
We had a room. We had our own room in a mansion.
Yeah.
And we ended up in the bottom of a stairwell.
117 degrees, where they set the temperature in the area where our show was to 83 degrees until I realized it halfway through and went and changed it.
And we actually took over the comedian's space. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
That's why
We
Dave
just
was
totally overtook it.
That's why Dave was constantly trying to appease the comedians.
I wanted to involve them and make them feel good,
And unfortunately, they turned out to not. The one guy was cool on the show, but during the thing after, I was like, man, these guys are definitely not so.
Well, there are
stoner.
5 of them, right? And
don't
they
know.
all, and 2 of them were women, and they all hated women.
It was weird.
I didn't understand. The first guy, I wanted to punch him. I mean, he was just so rude.
It was very, very weird and not very weed orientated. There was like a couple.
No, it was dick orientated.
Yeah, it was strange. Anyway.
They told 10 minutes of dick jokes each, and then they walked off the store. 5 minutes. They didn't even get that.
Anyway, so we were fighting for our lives, guys. I mean, it wasn't like we were making the show happen regardless of the circumstances, even though we already knew an hour in that it was just like, oh my God, like Mark.
He was going to sit us
Oh,
in
and
the
then on top of
closet.
that, and then on top of that, we had a super drama too because Mark. No, it's my fault because I made Mark carry like
Everything.
3 people's things worth of things, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Mark had so many things.
I had
He
to
was-
change the way that I carried the laptops and
He's-
smash the power button. So right.
Don't make it sound so dramatic.
What?
It was dramatic. We were using
I
like
know,
little picks to try to pull the power button out, and then it would turn on for a second. And Mark would go, "Okay, we're ready," and then it would go off.
turn off.
And then he would curse the earth. He got up at one point in time and walked behind the curtain like that scene from Porky's where the coach is laughing behind. He's like behind a sheet, like he doesn't think we can hear him, and he goes back and he's like. Fucking guys, make me carry fucking everything. Fucking. And then he walked back out.
All right, you're killing
And guess who's carrying all the stuff to Vegas again?
Not you.
Yeah, me already. I'm
No,
already
it
doing
got
it.
added. Adam added it to your contract. Mark shall carry no baggage.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Mateo's carrying everything.
Yes.
Yeah, because he can handle it.
Oh.
Oh,
Nice.
damn. No, I thought you were in when you invited Vinny.
That was a
to do it.
joke, guys.
Oh, I know.
That was a joke.
I thought you invited Vinny
know that.
to do that.
No, I invited Vinny as a back. I told because Vinny Vegas, Vinny Vegas,
Vinny
doesn't.
Vegas.
Vinny Vegas is so Vegas he doesn't want to go anywhere
Vinny
near
Bag of
Vegas.
Vegas.
But Champs, he may come. So we may have a backup plan, which would be that in case you get like
Delayed.
roofied or something.
Roofied, right? Yeah.
That happens a lot over there. So.
Well, we didn't even talk about the fact that
Oh,
I
especially where we're gonna be. It's at like some sex hotel thing.
No.
It is. They got sex swings in the rooms and
Fuck
stuff. I'm telling you.
We're at
No,
the
fuck
Mon
that
Chalet
thing.
of
You have,
fucking
well, you have
Las
to rent
Vegas.
them, but they're there. Yeah.
you just made me remember that my first flight got canceled, my second flight got canceled, and my third flight had to fly me through Colorado Springs. So it was a nightmare flying home. It can't
Yeah.
be.
Not to mention the dead guy.
Not to mention that, right?
Yeah.
The dead guy.
Yeah. Don't forget your dead guy.
No.
I had a party one time that I was at with my friend Al, and it was a big festival. I think it was Lowlands we were at, and it was like 4 a.m. We're going to the 24-hour tent. We're walking around, and I go to Al, and there was a guy laying on the ground. I go, watch out for the dead guy, right? And then Al's walking, and he goes like, oh shit, and he almost stepped on him, and then he steps over him, and after he steps over him, we turn around. These two guys throw a sheet on top of him. We're like, it was a dead guy. Like I was just joking. Like, and I see the pair.
Killed him.
No, I didn't kill him.
You
He was just.
did.
I was joking. I thought he was like sleeping or something. So I was like, watch out for the dead guy. And then like we noticed that there was paramedics like there, and they were like, oh, those guys are actually. That guy is dead, pretty dead. So
Pretty dead. Yeah, yeah.
And he had the classic like, oops.
Like previously alive.
So it was. It became our running joke where it was just watch out for the dead guy. We did that all the time.
Well, that's bad, man. Because then one of the guys gonna die, man.
No, we didn't do anything. We didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So shout out to Seeds Here Now. Thank you so much. Right? They were the big. They were the big guy that came through for us, and we couldn't have gotten to Vegas without you, James Bean. So if you're listening, call in and talk to us. It was your bags that were given out to every.
Well, that's where all the samples.
Yeah, all the samples were in your bags.
All the high end shit was in the bags. Like anything
yes.
that was quality
Was in the Seeds Here Now bag.
It was just amazing. You had a bunch of swag in the swag bag, and then inside the swag bag was the Seeds Here Now bag, and in the Seeds Here Now bag was the golden bag with all the good shit.
The golden bag.
Oh, look at all the good shit. No, it was one of those deals where you're like, oh yeah, it's pretty much, if anybody's going to remember anything, they're going to remember like, yeah, I got this big white bag, whatever, had a bunch of cool shit in it, but I had this yellow bag that said seedsherenow.com. What the hell is seedsherenow.com? Oh my God.
I can get seeds sent to my home
right
now?
.com even?
Yeah, and so any of you guys that listen to the Hayes Radio Networks, Seeds Here Now will now be running ads for the next couple of weeks.
Nice.
And all right, we thank you so much. Probably we'll get them a month for that one.
And if you're not familiar with them, which I think most people listen to the show are, but any guys who just jumped on, Seeds Here Now, your one-stop shop, all these companies that are popping up right now, and literally the best of the best, and are all everyone kind of worked, like there's a lot of collabs going on, which is cool. That came from Seeds Here Now just because of the fact that they're all under one roof. So it's like you see all that happening. They got specials. He just opened up a vault with a whole bunch of old stuff that he does every.
Did you see those Instagram ones where he was pulling things out and finding packs of seeds that he has?
There was some pretty interesting stuff. So you should definitely take a look at them at seedsherenow.com, obviously. And then when you check out, you do done deal, because that is the way to get it.
And, I got to give you props last night. You pulled out your case of tapes and, what was it, the documentary guys?
Yeah.
I think they all would have fucked you right then and there. They were so excited. They were like, oh, my God, this is so amazing.
Yeah.
So if you're one of those guys that really wants to acquire seeds, the last real show I went to, people waited in line for like 10 hours for Capulated
Right now, there's no
genetics.
done deal actually on this month because they're giving everything's on sale. So that's why they can't do the double done deal. I'm working on the double done deal with James. He needs more clarification because I was like, I got it. I figured it out. There's ways to do this.
How do you do it? You're not going to give it away?
I have to discuss it with him. But I'm just saying you should be able to get a done deal on my products on top of any special. I don't give a shit because I will compensate. Anyway,
What
we'll
if-
work that.
what
We're
if
gonna work it all out. Soon.
Every genetics order that people place
Yeah.
also come with some Sage Master seeds to get them out to everybody.
Oh my God! Listen to you giving my shit away. Dave is. If you need your stuff given away,
I can do that.
or you can just go to this guy because he'll give it all away before you've ever even got it to the fucking.
Was that a segue to thank Canyon Cultivation for sending us with all those lollipops that we handed out to everybody?
Yeah.
So at one point in time, it looked like half the room had a lollipop in their mouth. And the flavor on them, I'm not a lollipop fan in general, but this one I love. It's so discreet. Nobody thinks that you're sitting there sucking on a 50 milligram lollipop, right, Mark?
Nope.
Nope, they don't. But it really good. I mean, they work for me, man.
Those are the lickets. Or
No, lickets.
We
They
got
have
suckets, we got
suck it,
lickets,
chew
chew
it,
it, vape it,
coffee it.
coffee stuff.
Coffee.
Coffee it. We tried their coffee.
Coffee.
It was
Oh,
good.
that's a Cotivi, or what is it? Coviti? What is it?
Kofefi.
Covfefe. Covivi.
No, they're really good products, and they go back to the beginning.
They're
So-
super. They're definitely got really great packaging, great marketing, great good taste, and and definitely all the stuff I get from them. I even have. I totally forgot it, of course, but I did bring it with me on the trip. I grabbed one of those long sleeve shirts that they gave us with the pocket on the front, which they're dorky, but they're useful as fuck. They're so Colorado, like to have a little pocket here with and then long sleeve shirts, which are totally not like useful anywhere but here. Like in Vegas, long sleeve shirt not gonna help, not gonna help at all. But you need Boof It and Sniff It, definitely. Those would be the two more. Add it to the line. Inject it.
Well, first off,
Yeah.
should we comment on the fact that it was Mike Denver saying that and not Rosendogs? Rosendogs, you're slipping off, man.
Slow.
Uncut Bush, where are you? Where's our favorite fan?
He's here. He's
Yeah,
around.
all right, get
He's
on
here.
it.
Don't pretend like he's not there.
No, I know he's there.
He's around.
So Canyon it's Canyon, right? See, I
Canyon
found out why
Cultivation?
I say no, because we say that because that's their Instagram is old from Canyon Cultivation, but they go by Canyon
They're
right
straight
now.
up Canyon now.
Yeah, straight up Canyon.
Which is
Thank
what
you so
do,
much.
Which is what you do when you're any brand. You start off with some really long name that is like, you're like, yes, and yes, and yes, and yes,
Drop
yeah,
that
but industries, and then you're like, all right, drop. And then you're just like, blah. You're like the first three letters of everything you did. So.
Well, agree 100%, man.
New Millennium Nutrients.
Oh,
New
shit.
Millennium
No, we didn't
Nutrient.
finish.
No,
Wait,
we
what?
have another sponsor that helped get us to
Oh,
I'm
Vegas.
you
talking about the
didn't-
get us to Vegas.
Nové
sorry. Okay.
we have
luxury
two more
chocolates.
sponsors.
Yes.
Okay, so let's do that.
Nové luxury chocolates. Not they just
I think they were banging out the early though. You see, because when we do this, when we go to our regular sort of list, where half of them are done. So there you go. How cool is that?
Nové really came through for us. Not only that,
And you made it
entered the
you-
medical competition for medical edibles.
Think about the
And-
fact that it's fucking 120 degrees. Hopefully they made it from the hand to the mouth without it melting, because that's the crazy part. Chocolate. Is
Let me
rough.
just tell you that ultimate care was taken in making sure that these chocolate bars survived, and they not only did they survive, they thrived. And had it not
They
been,
had babies. They
Well-
thrived, had babies, and when I opened it up, there was more chocolate.
Now they have
white
generational
flaky
wealth.
love.
That's a pretty awesome product if it can have sex with itself and make more of them, and it's chocolate.
But what it did do is it came in second place only to
hot,
a baked chocolate bacon brownie that was a medical entry product.
And they won?
Yeah, they did, but
That's not going to pass no fucking...
Nové is fire chocolate. Go ahead and try it. Amazing. 10 milligrams per square, 100 milligrams per bar. They come in 250 milligram like Twix sticks. So,
Are they going to go for a bacon flavor now that they got beat by it? Right?
oh,
Like,
that's wrong. That's
they'd be
way
like,
too soon. Way too
Nové
soon.
bacon.
No, and just to give Pizzicalis a little ding, he actually spelt Nové wrong in the winning thing. He corrected it.
What do you spell it with?
Nova. Maybe it auto-corrected incorrectly, but
He was thinking of his first car.
right, the Chevy Nova. Fantastic. Listen, that Nové
Awesome.
chocolates,
Oh, no, I know that's great product.
True Pura CBD, Quick extracts, Clear Creek extracts, and of course, Incredibles edibles. Incredibles was my co-pilot on both flights, hence the reason why I made it safe and sound and landed the plane just fine.
All right, and we have even more. Now that
And more.
yes, of course, Tommy Two Fingers.
The fish shit was huge, okay?
The fish
So
shit. The fish shit.
I think you probably opened a market to a bunch of people in Vegas that weren't exposed to it beforehand. I don't know if you have a presence in Vegas, but people were talking about
it. It
it.
was stanky out there. It was getting sexy.
People
120
were
degrees.
talking
Fish
about
shit in 120 degrees. Beautiful combo.
Well, you'd use it sparingly.
Oh,
for
there he
sure.
is. Finally, now you get it. Dolphin jeans. Come on.
Yeah, dude.
That's what I
Dolphin
say.
jeans, bro.
Dolphin jeans. Yours, not so much.
I was surprised too after the last time you talked about Mark's abs and his tail.
That's all I ever talk about.
Yeah.
No one sent in a photo of you. No one.
I
no
know.
one
They
at the
don't
time.
dare.
They don't even know you that
It's
well.
It's I think it's the, was it the alpha beta swag going on there? They don't want to dare.
Yeah, right. There
Never
you go.
dare.
You never dare the
The alpha.
Uh-oh,
Anyway,
we're buffering. Is that us?
You're buffering.
No, you're buffering.
no, you're buffering.
It was having some problems, and
Can you
it's still
just? We
having
don't
them.
need this photo anymore. That's old, man. We have a new one of you.
Wait, you have to do max headroom. Go buff, 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 buff,
No, I'm back over here.
All right, we're
Brainstrap was sporting the fish shit tank top yesterday. I sent a photo to Tommy for him just to.
Shout out to Brainstrap Genetics.
Brainstrap's been crushing it, by the way.
I know he's got like merch and shit. I'm like, oh man. Now
Yeah, did you see his
I'm like,
baseball
I have
jersey?
to go do all this stuff now because
I want merch.
Brainstrap's doing it.
You've been wearing the same shirt since I've known you.
Of course, because it's the original. I only go with one. I'm an authentic kind of guy. I go for one, and then
And then
just
that's
like,
it.
It's it.
That's
Never-
it.
It's okay. My deal is every shirt I have has holes in it anyway, so I don't give a fuck at this point.
Oh.
Because every time I smoke joints, especially with hash in it, little pieces fall, and I'm not sure if it's just me or if there's other people out there. But I had an idea years ago because I was like, I always get holes in the same spot, so I was like, I'm gonna put a big target down there and just start target practicing
To see if you can
see if I can get bullseyes every time or something. Because I kind of know the zone. There's a zone, you know, so maybe a band of them around the bottom or something like that.
And we did meet a potential new sponsor that I brought it with me. It's in the truck, though, the pink power hitter.
Oh my God, you should go get it. It's
Yeah.
so disgusting.
So the power hitter's
oh, yeah.
back for all of you 70s and 80s stoners.
Oh yeah, that's
Dude.
that's but no, listen.
That's so funny.
Yeah. We actually talked about it on the show. So if you listened to last week's show and somehow managed to get to the point where we started talking about the power hitters, and you didn't understand what we were talking about, it was our favorite little toy.
I'll bring it next week, and we'll put it on the air.
Okay, there you go. It's,
Yeah.
but we ended up getting a pink one on the way out of the thing, which was like, yeah,
Nice.
that is too sex toy looking for me.
Dude, they get $25 for that thing, man.
And so it's basically, we know Rosin Dogs knows all about it because he's like that same generation.
Rosin Dogs uses the power hitter to boof.
Yeah, I was about to
cannabis.
say. Yeah.
It's a total boof. Oh yeah, it'd be a great way to
'Cause it's
boof.
got
Right?
the-
You could
yeah,
like,
man.
you could just put a tube on the end and boof.
You don't
Boof
need a
it.
tube. It's got one on.
Yeah, but it'd be hard to like.
No, you just got to
No,
loop
you
it up.
need to get a tube.
tube would be
yeah,
way
a
better.
Tube is way better.
Oh, so you can hold it here while...
Yeah, you could stick it. Yeah, perfect.
Rosin Dogs, we
Rosin
got
Dogs,
you, buddy.
Get on it.
Come
Take
on.
it from an expert boofer,
Yeah.
Adam. You know,
Is you
Who's
saying
an
Adam
expert
or
boofer?
Adam is an expert boofer. That's
What?
I'm saying,
Why
yeah.
are you insulting the host,
Why would I
Mark?
be
What's
an
all this
expert boofer?
negativity?
I could just imagine. It's pretty easy. You're like, there's a thing, and it
He
goes in
makes
there.
these very complicated show cards.
Yeah.
It takes weeks to do each one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know, this. Oh, yeah. Everything is written in beforehand. We none
Right.
of this is ad libbed at all.
It's like fifth edit.
It
by the
definitely
time we go
doesn't
to
come out
press.
at like 3:00 in the morning.
No!
You know,
That's
definitely
why
not.
it's precise every time.
Oh yeah.
It's a precision item. Every time you
I
get it,
wake
you're like,
up on a Friday.
you're almost like,
item.
you're almost like, how do they do it so good every time? And it's like so exact. It's like, I mean, their timing, Mark's timing is like fucking amazing.
I wake up on a
yeah.
Friday morning
Dave's
at 6
timing,
o'clock.
not so much,
Not
not
so
so
much.
much. No, Dave
No,
needs
Dave's
to work.
off.
Definitely
We've
not.
already, that was actually figured out way early in the show. Did you see that?
What?
Your timing was when you were trying to make jokes and you were trying to be funny. It
I'm
wasn't
not a
working.
comedian.
It wasn't working.
I'm trying to
It was
entertain me. I'm
so-
trying.
It was terrible.
Thank you to the sponsors that got us to Vegas.
Oh yes.
Thank you so much.
Forget about boofing.
Wow,
We're going back to
Mark.
back to sponsors.
He's producing now.
Okay, so Tommy, shout out. Fish shit, telling you, it's the best thing to travel with in your bag when you want to go to like Vegas at 120 degrees. You should have that in your bag.
Ooh, yeah.
And then when you like get it opened up and it's just like, oh look, it leaked just a little bit. You know, it's one of those good. Those are
Could
good.
you
It could be a
imagine if we took
carry-on,
some?
right?
Huh?
No, because it can't be more than 4 ounces.
Oh,
You
that's
can
right.
on your underneath part.
Yeah, you have to check
Oh,
it.
that would be bad. Can you
I know.
imagine if it exploded in there?
no.
Fish shit underneath the plane. That'd be great.
The fish
fine.
shit underneath the plane.
If you just did it as like a fun, like, haha, like I knew I didn't really put any of my clothes in there. I just put
How
bottles
could
and
fish
bottles
shit
of fish.
be vegan? That's not true, Rosin Dogs.
Of course
That's
it
not
is.
true. It
Of
can't be
course.
vegan. It comes from an animal.
It's vegan. It's not. It isn't the animal though.
It comes
It's
from
the
an
food-
animal.
It's the food kind of just.
It's
going through.
digested animal.
Whatever
They
it
eat
is.
animals.
I'm not vegan. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Rosin
It's quality.
Dogs pre-show show.
I am a
All the booth.
qualitarian, and it is a quality product.
Yeah.
So
And
there
I
you
can
go.
tell you,
That's
I'm
all you gotta
not
do.
a vegan.
That's all
I
you-
saw him eat fish yesterday.
Not only did we cooked, we cooked
Oh, yeah.
fish. It was
Really
a
well.
process.
The show
We
cooked
just,
some
we
fish.
crushed it out here.
Crushed
We
it.
made like everybody just was. They were in shock. They were like dropping their Doritos.
Zucchini,
Looking at
zucchini
it.
was great.
What is going
Asparagus
on?
was
What
great.
is this food you cook that
The
looks
peppers.
like green and
Healthy.
it's like weed guys? They only know about weed. They don't know about vegetables yet. I haven't figured that out. It's coming up.
Really?
We're back.
No. Oh, we're back.
It just went on for a second. It just keeps.
Don't tell us when that happens.
I don't. I try not to, but
You just
man,
told us.
I'm blaming.
I didn't before.
I'm blaming everybody
And then you
else.
guys read it in the thing. You're gonna read it in the thing anyway.
No, you have to get in there quick and delete it.
It's fine. It's fine. We're sorry, guys. Yeah, Rosin Dogs pre-show sounds like a plan.
sorry.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that would be fun.
You can do it from like 3, whatever time you want, up until like say 4:30ish when we actually start. And there you go. You'll be on.
Which, our Friday show or when we go back on a Wednesday?
We're not going on a Wednesday. Start making
Yeah.
up shit. Oh
Yes.
I do have a.
Yes, we are.
We
the,
are?
The Jason told us the whole time while Mateo and I were
Oh, you
standing
mean
there.
for that thing?
Yes, for that is strictly it is the Wednesday launch of Champs and Jason's and a brand launch.
Wow. Okay, guys. So we're gonna be doing a Wednesday show at the end of the month,
Yeah.
and so we'll have to double warn
Yeah,
you.
Rosin Dogs,
And-
don't fucking
oh.
jump off a ledge, man.
All the shows are going to be crazy this week because we're also going to do so next week. Mark's going to go off and do some sort of like I think he's going.
He's
to a
getting
spa,
married.
A spa or something. What are you doing? Going to spa? Is that
I
what
don't
you
know. No, next week I don't have anything planned.
said? I
That
thought you were going to
sucks.
get your
It's
nails.
August.
Didn't you say get your nails did or something like that? Wasn't that what you said?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a pedicure.
What?
He said I know. He's been hanging with girls a lot lately. So
Yeah,
it's just-
dude.
before he went on our
Whoa,
trip,
whoa,
he was
don't-
with a
don't-
little. He had this whole little like thing going. They were on the beach rolling around.
Yeah.
They were like, I can't believe you. They were like, Bonnie, I can't believe you're
Pregnant
dating a
again.
half man, half dolphin. It's crazy. They
Oh,
were
I
like-
know,
It was
right?
like this. The what's that water show? That water movie? The color. the sound-
Waterworld?
No, that one where the chick bangs the fish.
Oh, the flavor of water, the sound of water.
Flavor of
A
wa-
fish named Wanda.
A terp,
Yes.
A terp called water. I
No,
don't know.
the
Yeah,
the
terp
taste.
water?
What was it?
Shrimp on the
something of
Barbie.
water.
Shrimp on the Barbie. Dude, are we on
Crocodile Dundee.
SofaBab now? I think we went full SofaBab for a
Full
second.
SofaBab.
But anyway, when him and Bonnie were on the beach rolling around,
Sure.
doing those fucking like the
Sandcastles.
World War II movies where they
Oh.
go roll in the sand, and they was like,
Like storming the beaches in Normandy.
Whoa, dude! Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. I was like,
no.
sounds like a brutal ass movie.
Yeah, what is it? The beginning of Band of Brothers or something?
And
Saving
I was saying
Private
time
Ryan?
period. Time period.
Yeah,
I was
sure.
talking.
That was the
Yeah,
period
alright.
piece.
Period.
See,
I was
Roz lost it. He's so Uncut
he
Bush.
gets hit-
There is room for you to be our best fan right now
Wait.
because Rosin Dogs doesn't agree with a Wednesday show.
Wait a minute. So everyone's getting pedicures now. That's like the hot thing. All of a sudden. I
Yeah,
missed
there's
that.
nothing wrong with the pedicure anymore.
Fucking Rosin Dogs.
When
All
was
right.
it ever? What? You're getting a pedicure for real?
Yeah, dude.
Why would? Oh, I'm not.
I'm just kidding. I'm not. But I still. No, I haven't. I
You'd be
haven't
too
got one.
scared to show your.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
gonna take your feet.
Toes.
Dude, I'd be embarrassed. Yeah, like that's the first thing I think. I'm like, oh my god,
the first
someone
thing
has to touch my feet. That's gross for them.
Gross for them, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we know that. I mean, but they already assume the position of having to touch gross feet because that's their job. So they've probably seen way worse than yours. And by the end of it, you won't have those. gross feet
What
anymore 'cause
is?
they'll clean them up?
What is his emoji signifying?
I
Is
don't
he
know.
fingering Rosin Dogs in the
don't know
ass,
what's
making him go? Is that what you're trying to say? Because we got to get a fan brawl
All
right now.
right, new Millennium Nutrients.
All right, that is a great introduction to our sponsors, New Millennium. If you're growing on any kind of scale and you want to have an easy to use, dosatronable product that you can rely on for.
I like that docetronable product.
Yeah, well, it's ready to go. It's got fucking boom, hanging it, blah, blah, blah.
So you don't have to dilute nothing. You just go straight. You pour it into your docetron reservoir. And
no, docetron would pump it from your
fuck
things,
yeah.
and so you don't have to deal with it. But
What else do you need to
you
know?
can go to newmillenniumnutrients.com, check out their website. They've got obviously a store finder, so you can find out if you can get it locally. You can also contact them direct and say, hey, I want to check out some of your products. They got a whole bunch of unique products which are standalone, but you can also run the whole program. You can go back on some shows and see. We had our buddy Gabe on here, who's been running it in big facilities and just had literally the largest, some of the largest yields, and but still maintaining quality the whole time, which is, that's the hard part of cannabis. There's a lot of times you can get a lot of yield, but it doesn't really fucking help if the quality goes down because the plants get all blown out and there's
Right.
a bunch of growth regulators in them or something like that. This is all made by pros, and it's made by pros, and it shows. How do you like that?
It's made by people who they use their own products.
Of course.
So really, it's not the shit. It's really good shit. That's the other guys, but quality products.
And you can mix and match. You can go right in there. You can throw some fish shit in there, and then you can always throw fish shit in. That's
Is
one
fish
thing.
shit docetronable?
Sure.
Yeah.
Could be, but you
have to flush your lines though, probably.
Look at you thinking you know something, but no,
No,
it wouldn't.
'cause
It would be pretty stinky if it got
Yeah.
stuck in your lines. Yeah, you don't really want that. You're better off to top feed that kind of stuff. And
Right on.
if you want to go top feeding,
Well, didn't we do? We
or
didn't
bottom
do
feeding. We already did. Yeah, we already did. Incredible. So we can jump right on over to the top feeding.
greenfarmsmed.com.
There's a double. There's a double done deal to be had there. You can get yourself.
So JW stopped over. And he's like, I was at Adam's house yesterday, and it blew his mind. He was really impressed. I'm like, let me see, and holy fuck. I mean, I know we make fun, that we joke, that every time we see him, he goes, it's better than the last time. And it's become almost cliche that when you see him, you go, hey, JW, is it better than the last time? But you know what? It fucking is. I mean, it's really good
wasn't
flour.
manicured very good. Was that when he came over with that unmanicured? Because he just came from my place. He had some stuff that was
No, I didn't. No, he came by the next day. He probably heard from you, and then he trimmed it up.
Must have dissed him. I was like, geez,
Speaking of
skipping-
unmanicured,
who's skipping on the manicuring over here? I was like, everybody thinks you're Bodie now. Oh, what are you talking about?
I'm not even going to go there.
Where's Miles? Where's Miles?
He's
when you
not
need him?
here. I brought a collection of Green Farms joints the other night to Billy and the kids, and I'd light it up, and it was like back at a Dead show, man. People would come over, they'd start out with the, fuck, that smells good, man. So I just power hit halfway through it, and
Except
then
now
I
they
just
got their
send it
kid
on.
on their shoulders, and the kid's getting blasted by the smoke. You're like,
No, there were very few youngins there, and the ones that were there, props to all the dead parents out there. They all had nice earmuffs on, and in the ones that were capable of moving around on themselves had little foam ones in their ears. So you got to protect your kids' hearing. But I shared a lot of Green Farms Med. That just take a few hits, send it on its way. Felt good. Rosin at Green Farms. That
country fruit.
country fruit. That it's something about the way that comes out. I want to call it country sap instead of country fruit.
It's definitely sapolicious.
That's probably the CBD that makes it as sappy like that.
Because it's very. That's one thing with a lot of their stuff is got a real full spectrum, and you get some crazy results back where you're like, holy shit, this is like, very close to 1-to-1s, but like pretty high on both. You know what I mean? Like 14 and 13, and then a whole bunch of other stuff mixed up. You know what I mean? Where you're like, okay, that's got some power and some flavor and kind of hits every bell and whistle. Which check
And
them out.
they've become really
And they're growing on no-till, which is awesome. So that's why his crops keep getting better and better.
5
because his
years.
soils keeps getting a little bit more. And it was funny is he had to, go through a whole bunch of different people, and there was some like ups and downs as far as like he was seeing things getting kind of squirrely at one point, and he came in, had to do it himself, and then all of a sudden you could see the difference. You know what I mean? It was like he dialed it all up. Because a lot of times with when you are growing like that with no-till, you have to really like pull back on your interrupting their flow, because they're already doing all the work. You know what I mean? It's already there. It's like a well-established fucking system. You're just, once the plant plugs into it, you should be able to sit back more than most situations. And I think when you hire people and you're paying them, they're all like, gotta water, gotta do this.
Not if it's autoflower.
And then they ended up overwatering a lot of times and at certain times, you know, and that's the only thing is there's a lot more care goes into it, which comes out in the end, and I think that's important. So
if you're a badged employee in Colorado and you want to work in Colorado Springs, you should really reach out to JW. You're going to learn a craft skill in this industry because, listen, I've listened to Adam talk about grow medium and how people do things, and it's really become a race to the middle, and JW is not racing towards the middle. He's racing towards raising the bar really high. You'll learn a marketable skill on how to grow 100% organic in living soil.
Yep.
So you need to have your badge already. Please don't call them up and say, listen, I was listening. I would really like to be your guy or your girl and work for you. I'm going to go get my badge. Go get your badge first. Yeah. Go get your badge first and then just show up, best foot forward, have a conversation with him and see what you can do because he's expanding. His business is going to grow, and he's going to need really good people. And
as we know, the hardest thing to find is good people. But where there are good people,
Adam says that all the time.
We know where they are. This is the guy who's got a good crack team of people, which they all grow weed and they all know what you're doing, and it's not like
isn't it a requirement?
I think so. Yeah. Buildasoil.com is of course who we're talking about. Jeremy, the owner there, is a wealth of knowledge. He's been on the show plenty of times. You can go back and look at a bunch of the old episodes. We'll get him on here in the future, but he's been that. I think now it's kind of tapering down, but he was in that crack part of the season where it's just like I can't just imagine how many containers are coming and going, and with all the craziness right now and shortages and who knows what, I don't know what he has to deal with. But if you order inside of Colorado or New Mexico, you get your shit shipped for free over $500. So that's a super deal. And if you just look at the quality of the products, it's like they've done all the homework of vetting all the companies and making sure that they claim it's organic, it's really organic and stuff. So everything he's got has been like really well run through, and they have really cool website where you can check out grows and shit like that they've done, and side by side demos. They've got mushroom logs you can get from him, and so just go to buildasoil.com, or if you want to call him, you can go to 855-877-SOIL and talk to a human being.
So just to answer your question, Gorski, not in Vail, but supporters of the show is a company called Numbnuts, and Spencer and Adam Weiss own Breckenridge Organic Therapy. So I don't know if they're hiring right now, but if you wanted to work in Breckenridge, not in Vail, and that's a fantastic company. They treat their employees really well. I follow their Instagram feed too, and I saw them having a hell of a shindig the other night, and they appreciate their employees.
Yeah. No,
so
good, definitely good people. And I'm sure if you said it was because he came from the Dunn show, they'd be like, well, now we know we got a real dedicated guy.
What's this? Let's look. It's tough to find out statistics about podcasts, but one of the things we know is that 90% or greater of people you're actively in this industry or looking to get into the industry who listen to the show. So it's a target-rich audience. So if you're hiring right now and you're listening to us, get us a note. We'll put it out there for you.
But definitely Breckenridge. Yeah, you should check with them. Yeah. Cool.
Tell them we sent you.
And
Rosin Dogs. What do you have?
Shit.
New York has it, Terps.
Ozo Coffee.
I have Ozo Coffee in my cup right now. I had to break down. I had to grind it before I left the house, but I ground them into individual bags. Yeah. I brought my little Melita, my filters, and I poured individual cups and hot and fresh.
Staying alive.
And if you like music, you will probably see Justin and Rebecca at a show at Red Rocks. I've been following their Instagram
They'll
feed.
be moving really fast at the front stage.
I think
they'll be like in hyperspeed. You'll be like, whoa, did you see that couple up there? They were like, yeah, it's like, yep, they live on coffee.
I want to negotiate the contract for you, Justin and Rebecca, to get Don Strausberg from AEG Productions to make Ozo Coffee the official coffee of AEG so that they have it backstage for all the artists. And they leave with something that says done deal on it, and they know how to take advantage of that discount.
Nice.
It's 20% off. And I got to give a shout out to these guys. It was only supposed to be for your first order, right? They'd offer you 20% off, which is a huge discount. And I guess it's been so popular that they've kept it on. Thank you, Rosin Dogs.
Thanks to Rosin Dogs. So popular in Rosin Dogs.
Well, now Rosendogs is the best fan again. Uncut Bush. We need to see some Instagram of Ozo's.
Ozo, purchases.
He has the monthly subscription, so I'm thinking Uncut Bush. If you wanted to supersede him, you'd have to get yourself a subscription and another family member and post those photos.
Oh yeah, that's how you have to do it. Yeah, and then the next guy or put up 3. And at one point, it's going to be a competition, and everyone's going to be like competing. I got 27 people.
I find myself talking about this coffee the same way I talk about like cannabis.
Bagels.
No, I mean it's single strain, single origin. Really takes pride in what they're doing. I'm sure the breeding of these beans is occurring behind the scenes in far off parts
behind the beans.
This one right here. Just a shout out, the Mocha Java. It is my favorite one right now. So thank you so much, guys. Head over to Ozo. I think they have 7 locations right now. They have 3 locations right in the Pearl Street area, right? 2. So they have one on West Pearl Street, one on East, right near the or West near the Pasta J's, and East right near it's the Dragon Spa, which I really want to know what goes on in there. I went and had a shot the other day. I love the macchiato. Try it all.
Try it all. 20% off. And Treasure. We got kisses from Treasure. You saw that today.
Well, I you know what I think it was? You tagged them correctly.
Did I?
Yeah. It was total different tag. I've been using the one that you put up there, but now it says Treasure_Barcelona.
I know we said that.
I don't know, but maybe they got shut down and opened up one.
I don't know. I've always put the right one on.
All right, but we love those guys. When I do it,
it pops up. I push the button. So, that's what happens. But what's that?
Best drug for stoners.
Yes,
coffee.
Uncut Bush. Get on it. Show us the receipt.
Show us the receipt now. Show us the receipt.
I want to see it.
Let's go.
But yeah, Treasure. If you're in Barcelona and you want to experience an awesome place with beautiful art and cool people, great weed, great hash, and in a super convenient location right near Diagonal. And it's you just go to Treasure_Barcelona if you want to check out their Instagram, and you can also just get into a cab and say, "Take me there," and click it onto Google. It'll pop right up. It's a real place.
€30 waived right at the door.
Like you're a god. You walk in.
That's like getting €30 free of hash because you just spend that inside of hash. Yeah, and please don't show up. Have the €30 waived and buy a joint.
Oh,
that's very undone.
No,
don't do that. Be the done deal.
Buy an ounce of diamonds.
Yeah, diamonds and sausage.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
Get some diamonds and sausage.
Mark, are you performing this week anywhere? Is diamonds and sausage out there?
Oh wait, August 14th, I'm doing Boats and Beats at the Cherry Creek State Park.
Boats and Beats. That's like a gig?
Yeah, it's like a gig.
With people?
With people.
Live?
I'll be playing around 11.
On a boat?
In the morning?
AM. No, just in the base cove.
Okay, you're not on the boat. That'd be kind of funny. No. Every time somebody
goes
by, it would be terrible.
Hey, let's throw one in here. Throw in Area 420 after this because we have to find Andy some laborers who want to fucking work.
Laborers.
I mean, people who
I'm right here, dude.
You want to work in the industry?
Yeah, I do all that.
Down here in Moffat?
Yeah, bro.
It's MoFat.
MoFat?
Yeah, now
we'll move everyone down here. Me and Bonnie.
And the kids?
And the kids.
In a trailer?
Look at that. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This place is something else.
Okay. The train, there you are. We are in that train right there.
See that train right there?
See that train at the bottom?
That's us.
That's me being miserable at the very end right there.
And for those of you who saw the Howard Stern movie.
Jamie just letting it all loose. The worst time of his life.
Just kidding.
He wishes he was home.
He does.
Yeah.
Nope.
For those of you who saw
in his pool.
I wish I had a pool.
His flipper out, all flipping.
Oh yeah,
flipping us off with his flipper.
With my perfect abs.
With his perfect abs that he doesn't
Just
expose to the world except for at home.
They were
secretly.
Adam. Well, I know Mark can't hear me right now because he doesn't listen to the show, but they were taking bets out there on what time Mark would arrive, whether or not he would be pissed off or not. Or if he came happy, how long it would take for him to get pissed off.
That's Done Deal Drive, too, on the left. See that? That's Done Deal Drive, guys, by the way. Left.
I feel like these documentary guys that showed up yesterday, I feel like Stuttering John Melendez from the Howard Stern Show. He was a big part of the show. They filmed the movie
Yes.
Private Parts.
Can
He
felons
never
apply?
appeared
Yes,
in
they
it
can.
once.
Yes, they
And he
can.
gets 2 seconds at the end to scream. I didn't even get that. No documentary people talked to me. I had stories about you. You sat in here for an hour, and they.
What was all that going on?
No, yesterday. That was a good one, man. I'm looking forward to seeing this documentary. You got to understand what they're doing out here. An acre for $250,000. You can finance 200,000 of it here.
Rosin dogs. Yes, of course. No.
What did you do?
Can child molesters apply?
Rosin. No.
Come on now.
No. You not only can you not apply to work in the cannabis industry. Don't even.
They went even lower onto the train on that thing. Did you see that? They came down lower. What's going on with that?
So you can get a plot of land here, an acre, for $250,000, 50,000 down, and you build it out and you live your dream. Okay, Andy's living the dream right now. In fact, I heard all these.
Is he now?
I think he is. Well, he's just got to find some laborers. You're gonna work that out for him, and you make everybody nice like you did.
Don't
with
make it sound so rough. Labor sounds like you got just fucking chain gang or something like that.
But
looking for some people who might want to have some opportunities. How's that?
Yeah.
Way
You're gonna
better
work
than-
your ass off, though. You know what? He doesn't want to sugarcoat it. You're gonna come here. It's hot in the summer. It's
Look
cold
at
in the
it.
winter.
It is
But you're
work.
gonna get paid for your work, and you're gonna be quite fulfilled in knowing that you're part of something that is. I mean, it's huge. It's going to be 1,000 acres when it's
Look, we're
completely
flying in.
done.
We're flying in. Look at us on the bottom. Yeah, we're flying in with the stage. Boom. And there's Done Deal Drive again. See, it's just popping up every time.
Shakedown Street will be here too.
Oh, and there's Rico.
Rico Suave.
Rico and his friend, which was a ladybug. Does he still have that ladybug?
He
Do you
does.
know? Does he?
It's under his pillow.
He kept that ladybug that was in the video. It was like his buddy. He was like, my ladybug. Anyway. So,
thank you guys for the studio here,
Awesome.
but we're going to need to work on the internet. Internet's a little shoddy.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
Now that we've been schooled by Gorski and who else gave Micro and Horton.
They taught Mark how to get
They
tech.
gave him like he got like a full degree worth of info.
I said it's above my pay grade.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
above your pay grade.
If you had to pay, it would be
right.
If you had to pay, number one rule: never pay them. No.
That's right.
So follow Colorado Area
They'll
420.
turn super shitty, Jamie. Then
Yeah,
they'll be like,
super.
What? There was money involved this whole time. I've been doing this.
Yeah, right.
What have you been doing?
I know. We're the worst.
Oh, anyway,
we are the worst.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Let's.
Who's next?
Let's move it on.
I don't know. Who do
You
you guys
know.
want to do?
You know,
Oh,
'cause-
I know who this is.
Who is this?
Who is this?
Who is this? The fire jabs I gave you guys.
Wait,
earlier
wait,
from
wait, wait.
Apothecary
Shit.
Farms.
You had a chance to fucking throw me under the bus of a fuck up I let you in on, and you didn't even talk about it at all.
Not yet.
Oh, we're gonna wait for after smoke.
We can. We have a little time.
You said, "Who is this?" Is
Yeah.
that made me totally?
I know you fucked up.
All right, Apothecary extracts.
Yeah.
Boom.
There you go.
This one I opened right here
That
before
one's-
the show started.
It's Durban poison and something else. I forgot what it
Tropical
was.
Safari smelled like a gas leak.
Oh, it's
Safari.
Tropicana cookies and Durban poison or something. Like
No,
that.
it smells like a gas leak. Like
Yeah.
like last show here when I thought somebody left the propane tank open. Brent got a kick out of that. You know, this is unbelievable.
What did I get? Oh, I got Blackberry Tropicana batter.
You see, when I went and picked it up, I said just give us 3 of everything because I don't want.
Boss has my dab rig.
The boss has my here, Mark. You
Like
can
a
use
country
my.
song.
No, it's all right. Don't
It's
worry
a
about me.
fucking
No.
country song around
No,
here.
I don't want to.
And the boss has got my dab rig, and I don't know
Rosin
what to
Dogs,
do.
what would happen at your hydro store if one of your employees talked to you like that? Like he just talked to
I'm
Adam.
fucking around. All right, Ambrosia, dude. That's diamonds and sauce.
25
Not diamonds and
bucks.
sausage. Diamonds and
This
sauce.
is straight diamonds and sausage right here, buddy.
$25 gets you a gram of ambrosia and an infused joint at any of the 3 Apothecary Extracts locations in Denver, Pueblo, and Colorado Springs. I went down there last week. I got to meet with their staff. Really cool people. And there was a steady stream of people coming in the whole time. So you got Denver location. They had 100 different strains on the shelf, I want to say. They carry a whole bunch of edibles and all the other products you'll find at any other dispensary.
I got a Keef Cola from there the other day and a Done Deal.
Oh, nice. I haven't
Yeah.
had a Keef Cola in years since like back when they were in a mixture, and they used to instruct people to turn the bottle upside down and right side twice or 3 times. So,
right.
But no, good product. I'm glad to see that they're still around.
Yes.
But Apothecary Extracts is just doing something cutting edge, a step above everyone else.
Also, they just opened up in Tulsa too.
No shit.
Yeah,
they're
Oklahoma
crushing
and
Oklahoma.
Tulsa.
So shout out to Apothecary Extracts Oklahoma, which I think it should be Oklahoma/Texas because I'm hearing good stuff about Oklahoma. People are just driving over to Oklahoma.
What? That would never happen.
Oh,
Nobody
fuck.
from Texas would ever break the law.
They take care of us every week. Just go in there and mention the done deal, and they'll take care of you.
We actually are building a runway here, Rosendog. So yes, you can park.
And there's
your plane
already a
out here.
jet. There's already they have their own
It
private
doesn't
jet.
have an engine in it though.
It doesn't matter. You can still park it next to it.
Yeah, you can park next to it. It would look good on
I don't know
camera.
how you're gonna get it here, but you can park it there. No problem.
Who's next after a 14er?
Your favorite.
Oh, sorry.
Papa
Papa
Select.
Select.
I gotta hear.
Can't
from-
wait to go to Cali and check their shit out one day.
I'm actually going to be in Cali on the
I haven't said that in a long
Thursday
time.
after the Vegas show.
Are you?
Yeah, there's
Look
like
at you.
80 CEOs of canna companies going, and I'm bringing Dr. Mark down there
Oh, you're
because they
bringing
all
Dr.
need to
Mark.
get their heads straighted.
What? Yeah, you gonna dose everybody?
Well, you know what I was
Nice.
thinking though
Dose
is that
like just do the handle on the door and make everybody just keep redo. Yeah, it'd be like
how stressful is it to run a canna company these days? And so these people are prime targets for Mark's healing.
wow. You setting up in a suite there with like
No, it's Ray, the guy that does the Thursday
rose,
calls.
rose petals in the hallway.
Oh, yes, everyone's going to zen
Come
out.
into the space.
Very Rasta, baby. Very Rasta.
Twinkle, 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 twinkle. Yeah, I can see it all happening.
So Papa Select works with, really hand-picked growers, and they have a PhD hash maker. She really knows her shit. They also have a lounge in Northern California that we found out about. Head over to their website, papaselect.com, or follow them at Papa Select on Instagram. And you gotta buy their hash. I know I catch shit all the time. People are like, oh, Dave's shilling for another. Every single one of these products,
Now, these are all quality.
they fucking work. So either you could take our word for it and try it out, or you can go try 100 different other, swaggy shits. Maybe you'll find one better. But I'm telling you, you could start right here, and that's where you're going to set the bar. That peanut butter is fire. All their cookies, their garlic crosses were amazing. And that, what did we get? It was 90 micron
Yeah, the
water
bubble
hash.
hash was good. I actually
Fuck.
dabbed it, and it was fine.
Right
I
on.
dabbed it, and it was only a little bit of gunk on the nail afterwards, but yeah, it was tasty.
Did it chaz the bowl?
No.
See?
No.
I used you.
Oh, look at you. Look at
Right
you.
You chazzy.
He graduated from that to
Chazzy
boof.
McDave, McBoofer. Thank you, Boris. Appreciate it. You're gonna have to
Chazzy
find.
McBoofer.
Oh, maybe we get Boris to come on the Vegas one. Since
could.
it's a Wednesday, not a
could.
Friday.
There we could. Oh, yeah. We have a lot of people that we can get on.
Yeah,
because
that would
they're
never
all-
come on a Friday.
They'd be like, I'm kind of busy on that day.
I have a life.
Hanging out with you guys.
Fridays are a tough day to get some people out. That's for sure.
Yeah, it used to be for me.
I know.
Whoa! Damn!
Shitty
SofaBab guys, would you put up with this shit, man? I'm just
They don't give a fuck.
serious.
They would just make his box so small you could barely see him. when he
Yeah,
comes
that's
on.
right, yeah.
He gets demoted down to
Is that what they
a
do? They
smaller-
reduce
a little
the
box.
size?
Like I'll come in, I'll be like, "Wow, where's Mark? Oh, is he that little?
He's
thing?
the little
I can-
guy.
I
He's
can
the dot on
barely
the
see him.
eye.
I can barely see him.
That's right.
And they're
All
like,
right.
"Hey, he's just
All
getting
right.
high."
14er, baby.
Hey.
No,
Numb nuts.
not 14er.
Oh, here we're talking about quality. See again,
Fire peanut butter.
if you want the proper nuts in your mouth, you want numb nuts.
Oh, on your chin.
Or on
in
your
your
chin.
mouth.
Dave wants them mostly on his chin.
I just want to slather them left to right and use my cutting edge, above average
You want them on
tongue.
both sides. You're like that.
Both
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Bukkake of...
Rosendog's just
He
threw
wants
up.
a bukkake of numb nuts. Yeah.
Ooh.
Numb nut bukkake flavor.
Their THC line
coming.
is absolutely amazing. I mean, it is potent. Maybe peanut butter is like a delivery mechanism to fatten
is.
it.
It is.
Yeah, it
I mean, peanut
Yeah,
butter
for sure.
Peanut butter delivers anything.
brings the fire.
And the cool part about it is it metabolizes pretty fast because when you get that like behind the knee thing and you're like, I haven't eaten all day, and then you like run in and you just put it on some bread or eat it, and then like 10 minutes later you're good. You do a dab or a bong hit or something like that, and you're back to normal. It's
Back
like
to
so it
normal.
literally has that effect. It's almost like instant effect, I think.
So you got just give it a try. All right, you can
add
have the numb nuts peanut butter
And
delivered
if
to
put
you.
weed with that, it makes it even better.
Everything's better with weed.
Everything's better with weed. Numb nuts though, fire shit, super quality product. We love it.
Side shout out to Breckenridge Organic Therapy. So if
There
you're
you
up in
go.
Breckenridge right now, I
Hire
know
that
with the
guy we
concert
sent.
season. Yeah,
Unless he's,
doesn't want to drive from Vail though.
he'd be like, forget about it.
Got to
But
go
no.
Vail Pass.
Get him that job.
All right.
Thank
you, guys.
Numb nuts.
Numbnuts dot. No, is it Numbnuts Co?
What was this? A turntable
.com.
commercial or a
It's a Terp table. No.
Terp table?
Terp
Terp table.
Nice, bro.
Nice.
Right?
like
is that,
that.
witty? Right?
That's pretty good.
Like
man.
my Terp tape? Terp tape, bro.
Terp table.
I
Terp
tried some
table.
guard dog. Damn. It's
Oh,
almost
I know.
better than DJC.
Dude, the guard dog's really good.
I smoked the last of it last night with
Some
brain
booth tea.
strap genetics.
Oh.
Ooh, he's
now-
giving him free advertising.
Brain
Look at
strap
that.
genetics.
Brain strap
Brain
genetics.
strap genetics.
Brain strap. Shout out to Brian Strap on Instagram. Just look up Brian Strap.
Yeah.
Brian
Strappy.
Strap.
Is it Brian
It's,
strap?
it's Brain Strap, but everybody says to him Brian.
Hey, Brian Strap.
There he
Is
is.
it-
Don't let him in, Andy.
Who is
Security
Brian?
at the door.
Who is
Security
Brian?
at the
Is
door.
there really a Brian Strap out there? That'd be funny
maybe.
'cause
I'm
he's
sure there
getting
is.
lots of mail. He's all, what? I don't know what this guy's talking about. Anyway, 14ers, they got,
14ers.
Wait,
not only do they have good weed, they got some great photography.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at that.
I know it's good photography, and I know for the sake
But
of
it's
the
fire
way
weed,
web
too.
is, it works well. But I don't like it sideways. It looks like a barbecue there.
It does. Well, they like to torture weed. This is a weed torturing center. 14ers, we torture weed.
Hey, but they do use
chop it
Apothecary.
up. They chop it up. Look at they tortured it.
There's
Chopped
some larvae pre-trimmed.
it. Hey, you got
We saw some of that yesterday.
You got to start. Yeah, look, he says Vail Pass is a nightmare. He's going to
It
get
is.
I know.
is. All
Our
right, well-
options aren't the greatest.
Well, let's find them a spot in Vail. If you own a shop in Vail, get in touch with us.
Didn't Native Roots open up one there? I would imagine because they're based there. They built the
Did
entire.
you just say that? Really? I know Native Roots there because Peter owns Vail.
I know.
And
So I mean, they should just say that's it. It's the only thing that's probably there.
we used to go up there to do doctor evaluations
And
all
you
the time.
should
They were
go
good to
talk
us.
to those guys. Say,
Yeah,
"What's
you
up?"
should talk to Native Roots.
And
They
say-
really own Vail right now.
They own the whole place. Anyway,
I know a few people that run that place. So let me look in my. If you send me an email at Dave@AdamDunn.show, I'll send you back their.
and then we'll send an
information.
Uber to pick you up and take you to work. Because that's how we roll around here.
That's how we roll.
Yeah, we're like, okay, just go outside your door. There's an Uber waiting.
We're waiting.
Yeah. Anyway,
They just 14er just got in a whole mess of single strain dummies.
they want you to play the invite at the end
Oh,
of the show.
no. I don't know if it's kosher or not.
It's not even kosher. At the end of the show, we can do it. It's no problem.
Okay, at the end of the show.
End of the
I don't
show.
know. Yeah,
It's an
that
end
way.
of a shower.
Yeah, it's the end of the shower. Let's
Yeah,
do
we'll
it.
get
Unless you got,
banned.
what do you have? A bunch of bad music on there? We're gonna
No, there's
Yes.
no bid. No, there's no music.
Yes,
No,
there is.
we actually made a new theme song for the Adam Dunn Show on there. So
Finally, somebody. I mean, I've been
Oh,
waiting for
yeah.
that. How come nobody just sends those in weekly? We should have a bunch of different new versions.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure it's good.
That sounds
I mean,
fun.
I would imagine.
Oh, it's
you-
really good.
I would
dude.
imagine you guys.
You're
would
gonna
put-
really like it.
I bet.
Vape oil. So they have their own vape
Now with that
cartridges.
look on your face, I can tell I'm not gonna like it at all, dude. Look at that. You're like kind of creepy.
He
Looking.
looks like the Cheshire Cat right now.
He was
He's like
all
so
happy.
excited. He's
So
like, you
happy.
guys think this is gonna be good, and I'm gonna rip the fuck out of you.
No, it's good.
It was bad. It's bad.
It's fine.
14er Holistics. Go to 14erboulder.com. Place your pre-order. You cannot
Tell
order
him Dave
inside.
sent you. Say the guy on the can, DGC, but not Guard Dog. Don't say Guard Dog sent you. Say we sent you because
Yeah.
don't give him all the credit.
No.
He's got better weed than Dave now.
I thought it
He's
would be
got better
pretty
hash
cool.
than Dave. His hash is better.
If
Do they have
anytime I was
DJC hash? I've never seen
Yeah.
it. Did we ever
well,
get it?
not hash, they have the rosin
We've got it.
and Apothecary.
Have we got it though on the show?
Probably not.
No. How we not?
Because Mark doesn't ask for it when he goes down there.
Mark, do you have a chance to get hash that has his face on it and we never get it?
Oh no, no,
No,
no.
my,
There's
my face is not on the Apothecary extract.
No, of course. Oh, you can't because of the
Yeah.
label. Gotcha. So it's not very fun.
But it says DJC, and Brent says it processes fantastic.
Sure. We've
Thank
never
you
seen
guys,
it.
14er.
We've never seen it.
Love you guys.
14ers. And.
And
Oh, shit.
Oh, we already did fish.
We
But we
Fish
love
Head
you, Tommy.
Farm.
We love you,
you,
Tommy.
Tommy.
We love you,
Fish Head
Tommy.
Farms.
Fish Head Farms.
listen, right? Terp Wipes travels with us now.
Everywhere.
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 It's everywhere all the time.
Right?
It's right here, right next to us. Look.
They're always with us.
It's always here.
We really love this product. I would love it.
You know, this is funny though, is because we have a little bit of a too much situation, I'm being a little bit ridiculous. I'm like, yeah, let's just clean the table.
Don't do that.
Let's
That has
clean
to
the
last you for.
Let's clean the table. And then I'll be like, the worst is when you open 2 packs by mistake because you're not paying attention and they're like stacked on top of each other. And that's kind of thick. And then you open it, you're like, no, now I have to use
I
it.
have to clean something.
So you start cleaning shit just randomly.
So head over to
Can't waste 'em.
terpwipes.com/done deal. Don't go to terpwipes.com and try to enter it in the promo code. It doesn't work that way with this one.
Yep, Terp Wipes, you got to go direct to the source. and get your
/done deal, and your discount's automatically calculated. It's a must-have.
But this is and that's a subscription though, right? Or
you can,
but you can't
it
order.
works on a subscription or it works on a one-off.
I would do the subscription because it's one of those things. If
absolutely.
you can just set it at the right, perfect moment. Because we've had times where I'm on the last Terp wipe, I'm being real selective, and then we get a load in like we did the other time, and then I go nuts.
Actually, how you played it off when you ran out on the show was actually the impetus for the guys to say, okay, we'll come back on. We saw what was happening there. He's got to have Terp wipes.
Everything
And
was
they
falling
said-
apart. They saw my
Yeah.
whole life fell apart. Yeah,
Who was it?
It just took one wipe. I was one wipe away from just utter collapse. I needed my wipes. Give me my wipes.
My wipes. And do not,
I
repeat, do not use this wipe on your taint.
Unless you're the kid. Because if you're a millennial, you can. It's okay.
No. Andy, you use it on your taint? He's
Andy
giving
says-
me double thumbs up with way too much enthusiasm
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
It's good.
Would you hand him one so he can clean his taint off?
He's going to do it for demonstration
Did
for
you
us
have
right
problems this morning on the bowl? I mean, here.
Demo.
You don't. Do you have water out here?
You know,
I
that
mean-
would be good for, like, if you had, like, a taco stand or something like that, and you were like, hey, here, take this for tomorrow. And they were like, what do you mean? it's for tomorrow. Don't worry.
You'll understand what I mean tomorrow if you don't have a taint wipe.
What was our slogan?
What?
Taints before hose?
No.
What? Hose before taints?
Come on. We're chanting it when we were in.
Don't look directly into the sun.
We had it. We lost it a few times. We kind of reversed
Don't
it.
eat the yellow
We had a hard time
snow.
keeping it in check, so you may fuck up when you say it.
I don't remember.
What was it? Was it Terps?
Wow, you sound just
Something
like
about-
Brainstrap when he was trying to
Was it
tell us
Terp-
about the genetics he
was
had
it-
and he
was
couldn't
it-
remember.
It was the Terp towel thing.
Wait, no, was it Terps, not Herps?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn. Oh,
Come
I
on.
forgot about that conversation. And
Terps, not terps.
Not Herps.
if you say it in the wrong direction,
Terps, not
it's
herps.
But you
way
got to make
fucking-
sure because you end up saying Herps, not Terps, really, like all the time.
Dude.
And you're like, oh, that doesn't make sense. But if you think about it, just sharing your rig, you might want to clean it once in a while. So you may not want. You might want to use your Terp wipes. So you
So
don't
what
have
you're
to
saying
get
is,
the
Adam,
Herp-
you're going to make
Herp
sure to
wipes.
clean off
Yeah.
Mark's dab rig, right?
Oh yeah, because I got Herps big time.
Herps with
Oh yeah,
Terps.
I gotta wipe it off. Yeah, I gotta wipe down so you're not
Clean
getting
it off.
my Herps. I don't want you to get mine because I got yours now. I forgot to clean it, so now I got your Herps combined with my Herps equals.
It's like
Oh,
Reese's
yeah.
peanut butter
Yeah.
cups. Your herbs and my herbs, and
Man.
now we got
It's-
chocolate.
It's
We
still
got-
got Vegas herps on there too.
Oh, Vegas Herps are worse, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, everything we have here has probably got Vegas Herps.
It's
on it.
tainted.
It's tainted. It's tainted. Yeah. Luckily, we got the wipes to cure it.
Andy,
That's
I-
right.
I brought an empty jar.
Terp wipes.
Illuminar.
Oh, hey now.
Come on.
Hey
now.
now.
Hey now. Illuminar.
What is going on? We don't know how to use mics all of a sudden?
Yeah, dude.
When did I ever?
Who?
They thought that I turned down the volume and y'all just weren't even on the mic. And then DJC like ate the mic.
Oh, I know he does that. He downs it like a fucking.
He gets closer the louder he gets,
It's kind of weird.
which
It's
is
kinda
the
like-
opposite.
Yeah.
Shouldn't
The
be that
opposite.
way.
Yeah.
Because I suck.
And I sound like Ray Romano.
Send me
so
hate
it doesn't
mail.
even matter.
Yeah.
How to fix a moist taint.
Yes. You just zap it with one of these because this will dry that shit out of it.
We'll definitely try it out for sure.
It's ethyl alcohol, which is cleaner and a little less dry than the isopropyl. Isopropyl are really dry your
Like
shit out.
yeah, for real.
This is like kind of leaves a little bit more of a moisturizing taint kind of effect. Anyway, enough of that.
Moisturizing taint
Moist,
effect.
moist. You have to say it like this. You have to say moist.
On to Illuminar.
Illuminar.com. Thank you so much for giving away a light every week.
Rosin
Every
Dog
month.
needs a LED dog. What? Are you
What?
trying to sell it? You're going to just sell it at your shop? Come on. If you don't have LEDs at your shop yet, Rosin Dog, then you're way
Carry
behind.
Illuminar.
You are so far behind the times. Because who's not behind the times our sponsor, Illuminar Lighting. They have some big stuff coming up soon. We're going to have Sean on the show, hopefully. Originally I was thinking possibly last show of the month, but I think that's going to be on the road, which will be a nightmare. So we're not going to even
Why
attempt.
doesn't he come to Vegas?
Because I don't know. He probably will be in Vegas. I would
It's
imagine.
target
I can find out. Let me find out.
environment
Well,
for him.
Scott will be there. We know that. Maybe. I don't know. It's tough because it's like we're a week before another show. There's like a show overlap going on because there's Champs, and then the week after or a couple days after, there's another whole cannabis-related show going on there, which is like a medium-sized thingy-majigger.
What is it? I don't know.
Weed something.
Weed con?
weed something.
Weed con.
But what you can do if you want to check out Illuminar Lighting, because these guys have got it covered. We'll find out if they're going to be there. If they're going to be there, yes, we will definitely get them on. But if not, we're going to have a show with Sean, the owner, pretty soon. We're organizing it now because, like I said, they have some cool new things happening, and it'd be good just to get the full story from the man himself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they've got some awesome equipment. I've got the IL8s going right now. I got the hash controller from them, which is working great, and it's pretty cool because it's like one of those things where you're like, it's so versatile, and you can immediately like see the effects of being able to control the intensity of the light and things like that. Where it's like, because that's the thing about LEDs. If you just go full bore with them, a lot of times it's not necessarily the way that everything likes everything. It's like it's almost like it's like if you're growing in full sun compared to having a 20% filter, which is actually in a place like we are now, maybe better, you know.
That's some great numbers, Uncut Bush. 10 pounds of
10
lead.
pounds of light of just uncut bush.
Oh, that's my new email address.
There you go.
Dave's not at here.com. So that you win the witty joke of the day award.
Maybe it
That's
goes
good.
somewhere. Does it go anywhere? You can click on it. Click. Maybe it's got a virus attached to it. Anyway, IL8 right there. But yeah, go to Illuminar. And if you want to just get your first light from Illuminar, maybe the one way you can do it is by writing us a quick little note, letter, poem, song.
All of the above.
Manifesto.
Done deal at AdamDunnShow.com.
But
Say it faster. They didn't get it.
oh yeah.
Done deal at AdamDunnShow.com.
Good, because I
.com,
never know what
.com,
it is.
.com.
But you can go to that and send it to that. Tell us why you need a light, but include your phone number.
Must include your phone
Because we
number.
actually call you and we say, what up?
Well,
What's
Mark calls you.
What is the word of the month, which you can find out from Illuminar's Instagram, and they'll post that. You definitely want to check it on the day of the show because it'll be there 100%. It might even be there earlier, but it is. So I think I
Thank you,
put it up,
guys.
and then we kind of all forget about it, and then it comes back up.
No, they've been really good lately. They send us an email. They tell us what it is.
Yep.
They tag it again with mine, yours, and face of base in it.
Incredible. And then
Yeah, if you're looking, it's the only time I'm tagged in their
Right.
post.
I tag you in everything.
No. Illuminars.
Oh, okay.
No, you're good.
Well, they can't tag you in their other stuff. It has
No,
reason. Why would
exactly.
they?
That's
Like
what I'm
face to
saying.
face.
I was giving them a clue. That's all I was doing, man.
Oh,
Diamonds
okay.
and
In the
sausage.
form of complaining.
Diamonds
That's
and sausage.
typical.
All right.
Because he's got a lot of. Because that's the thing is they don't realize how much talent we have in our like this. You're not just, face of base. You're,
Right.
You're also diamonds and sausage.
Diamonds and sausage.
And you're also what was the other one you did? Oh, SofaBab, of course.
SofaBab.
But then there was one more. What was
Suburban House Radio.
it? Suburban House Radio, the most legitimate sounding one of all of them.
And Bonnie's right-hand man.
Oh, wow.
Flipper, right hand flipper.
Yeah.
Bonnie's right hand flipper
That's right. With the abs.
with the abs. What did all the girls think? Because I know you were rolling around on the beach with them and stuff, and
Oh, yeah. About what? The show?
about your abs.
Oh, my abs. Yeah.
Wait, did anybody say, wait a minute, I saw that picture of you, and you
No,
don't
no,
look
about the
anything
show,
like
impressive.
that right
I don't
now.
think they. I would hope they would not know about the show because they didn't look like
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Adam Dunn show kind of girls. Was there any weed smoking? You guys smoking a lot? Of
Yeah, I smoked a lot of weed out there.
weed? Oh, good.
Yeah.
With them, I'm saying.
Yeah.
There were a bunch of weed smoking chicks.
No, actually, they had a cart. They had some kind of like orangey type of cart.
Some Deemster cards or
I
something.
yeah. I need one of them.
They had some Deemster cards. Ooh, White Flaky Love Jr. Is he?
White
Where is that? Is that coming
Flaky Love.
from who?
Let's do one more shout out for seats here now.
Yeah, of course.
Seeds here now.
The guys with the yellow bags that
.com.
we loved so much at the
That's
show.
right.
They were loved.
I mean, there's no reason why you should wait online for 10 hours for capulated seeds.
Give me the briefcase so I can shout out the new breeders.
How does this thing not handcuffed to your wrist?
It's the 1970s. It's not anything. Dun, 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 dun. Shout out to We Done.
There's $4 million of seeds in here right now.
Hardly. There's look.
All right, hold on.
Hold
on. All right, there we go. There you go.
Look at that.
Is that what
all
it's called?
proceeds of these particular strain Ode to Bog, which is bubblegum times mace cookies from our buddies at Weed Should Taste Good, who are the newest breeders, and these are all available also at Seeds for Now. And again, all the proceeds from that particular strain go to the Bog family, the real Bog family, not the fake Bog family that was out there trying to hustle everybody. You heard about that? Right. That was crazy shit.
And these are $100 a pack, unless you write to me, and I'll sell you the one I just stole here for $50.
They're $1.20. They're $1.20. They're $1.20. Sorry. What are you doing? Don't mess people up with this.
$1.20.
You see, you never quote numbers.
Never quote numbers.
Never quote numbers. Just say check out Seeds.
Check out the gear,
because they have the best deals, and they're the only ones with
best
these ones.
deals.
And they're the only ones. They're
No,
exclusive.
only ones.
Exclusive. But they've also got Miles on their.
Saw that. It was just up there.
It was just there, and that's why I'm saying it, because we did a collab together, and it's like that was the whole emphasis of getting this going.
It's kind of like you anoint them once you say.
It's like
you apply the done deal to them. Whoa.
Yes, you have done deal.
Brandon, you need a pack of seeds? You go to seedsherenow.com.
No, he got a pack. He got a pack. Just relax.
All right.
Again, stay in your lane.
I saw him say, I got a pack.
I got a pack.
Right.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah.
Say, I need a pack.
Oh, God. No. Anyway, but real good results with anything, because he gave me the male mace cookie, and I'm just seeing people who are growing them out and having great results. And I can see that his influence on it, and I can see like the color of mine and the growth pattern of his, and it's like, okay, this is working right here. The Me Sage was one of them, which was the Cushage times Mesa cookies that I saw online. I forget who it was, but posted it, but they put a picture up, and it looked really fucking nice. And
fuck yeah!
And he said it was the most amazing structure out of the whole things in his grow. And
looking forward to
right
trying
away,
it.
Right away, it was like, okay, I don't recognize I recognize the Mesa cookie. I don't recognize the Cushage growth pattern, but I recognize the Cushage colors. So there you go. Check him out. Seeds Here Now.
Seeds Here Now.
And if,
thank you, James Bean.
If James Bean wants to jump in, he's got the link, right? He always has the link.
He always has the link.
He always has the link. So if he's listening and he wants to do it, so Seeds Here Now needs to fix the Mesa Mist title. Okay, I'll check into that, Brandon. Nice. But any other sponsors we're missing out on? Obviously, we would have said Area 420, but we already did. But we're still here, so we'll go. Oh, and most important, let's see that video, dude. Where is it?
You ready?
I guess if it's there. What is it?
All right.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
This is where the show goes off the rails.
This is where he goes.
Adam Dunn Show. Adam Dunn Show. Sofa Dunn Show.
Oh, speaking of Dunn Show, they're gonna do it without me this week. I had to go set it up all kitty style. And
what are how are they gonna do it?
The first guy that ever did it is gonna come over and do it.
Bro, they are interviewing people to replace your ass, son.
No, dude, I was actually.
You on the outs?
Yeah, man, I'm out. I'm out.
You're setting it up for your replacement.
Yeah,
exactly. 100%.
Don't ever do that, Mark.
They hate me.
How come Adam Dunn doesn't come on our show?
He said he would come on sometime. He was like reluctant at first, but he's like, yeah, I think I could do that.
Well, it would be nice.
We'd be very nice.
That'd be a good.
Was I really reluctant?
Guys, the same guy. Podcast song, the Sofa Dunn Show.
Sofa Dunn Show.
Adam Dunn boy.
They're brothers, the top two.
Yeah.
Adam Bab Show.
Yeah.
Boy.
After we write a song, dude, you have to come on. Like, yeah. I'll redo the vocals. It's just like basically a contract.
I don't like to not smoke the Chiba.
I'll actually do interview questions. I won't just be a goofball.
I'm gonna ask him about his pubic hair.
Nice. On his face.
Yeah, like a
Hey,
straight on
where'd you get all your pubic hair? Amsterdam or
How
something?
many cannabinoids you got in that nut hair?
Oh, that's a good
Done.
question. I'm gonna write that down.
That's a big, yeah, they know quality. With that.
He's just running to be on your show,
I'm gonna
right?
eat your ball sack hair.
That's not even a question. He's just telling him.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and clip this, and then we'll send it to him. And we'll,
Yeah, it's your formal invitation.
This is your formal invitation.
All right, what is it?
It's
You
not
work
false.
on his show, you clip it, and
Yeah.
you get it to
You tell him.
See?
I'm
get-
Oh, you should be working for
both
us.
shows.
He doesn't work at their show.
I say
I'm on
done.
fucking
Yeah, that's
vacation
right.
this
He's on
week,
the
dude.
outs.
I
I'm
got-
deal with that
bro.
new person, bro.
Yeah, get
I
the
got
new
some
guy to do
terms.
it.
I got some terms.
All right, let my brother get his terms
I
out.
got some terms. You come on here in a tuxedo suit. And you got to sing the national anthem, Dunn.
We got a dress code
National anthem. Wow.
and the Pledge of Allegiance.
That's a great challenge, dude.
Pledge of Allegiance.
With
That's
the
a great
third
fucking
verse.
Well,
All the
yeah, I
way
was
to
gonna
the
say.
third verse.
Yeah.
I want the full song.
I want him. I don't want him to sing it. I want him to play it on the saxophone.
In a tuxedo.
Yep, real dumb.
And the Pledge of Allegiance, but with the God.
We got to
part.
do it
You
all
better
together,
not take
though.
that
If we're gonna
God
do it,
part.
we're gonna do it all
Oh,
together.
God.
It's like we
Oh,
would.
Yep.
as a
I
Christian,
would.
that would be
want to
so
know that they know the words too. So.
Right.
You talked more in that little segment there than you do on our whole fucking show.
Oh, and you were way
What are
more
you talking
funny.
about?
You were way
You
more
were
funny.
funny.
Yeah, you were funny, and you were like paying
Engaging.
attention.
What?
Here you're just
Yeah.
like bumping a log.
And you
over
were
there.
dressed. You had a shirt on. You're wearing a fucking tank top like you're going to go for a pickup basketball game afterwards.
He's got his headband on too, so it's even made worse. Like headband.
So yeah,
tank top.
that's our terms.
That's pretty bad terms, but
I think you kind of fucked it up when you said you have to wear a tuxedo, and then they said you have dick hair, pubic hair on your face. I'm trying to think, how is that motivation to go on their show?
Yeah, it's definitely not.
It was really bad. Poorly executed invitation.
I don't think it's gonna be working.
You may have to work harder.
Yeah.
I may need more.
Yeah.
more
He
on my
needs
rider.
more.
I have a rider. I'll send you a rider.
Yeah. How about Anthem version 2? Why don't you try again? Go that one's on the cutting room floor.
We need Done Deal. We need the Done Deal anthem created. I think would be better, and then you guys need to like sing it to me.
Yeah, and you know there's another guy that fucking sits next to him, guys. You totally ignored that guy.
Oh,
man. That's why you're not getting on
and
it.
here we go. We're not having Mark next week. Why are we not having Mark next week?
Because you're not gonna have an Adam Dunn show next week.
We are having an Adam Dunn show,
but it's gotta be on the Dude Grows show.
It's gonna be a combo show.
We're taking
We're
over.
taking
the Dude
over.
Grows.
We're taking over. It's gonna be the same time. I think.
Are we going to be on? Are we going to simulcast stream on our channel?
I think
and
we're
their
just gonna have
channel?
to have him uploaded onto ours after, right? And we'll do like a
Yeah, just send it over to me and I'll upload it.
Yeah.
Wait, but it can't be live. We can't have the chat guys in it, and Rosendogs can't really fuck with their fans.
No, well,
you can. You can just get on.
I
their
don't know.
fucking
Do they
chat.
do it live? I don't think they do. I think they edit it and put it up.
They suck. Wait, no, I'm just kidding.
Whoa!
I only go live. You know that.
Right.
I really only go live.
All right. Just
But
before we end the show,
we're gonna try. We're at the worst. We're gonna go live off my phone. We could just do that, right, for fun and on the side. I could just put it on the side, and we could put it on our channel.
Yeah.
It won't be the best quality, but it could be like there if people want to be lazy and just sit on the chat together and not go on there. I mean, yeah. I mean, they could do live, right? That could be possible. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, if you want to do it from your phone, yeah, for sure.
Could. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just saying.
As long as you're
plug it in, put it on a little thingy-majigger, put it over there. And if people want to go, we can just they can. I don't. Anyway, so we're doing a collab with the Dude Grows shows because they invited me on because Scott was leaving town or something like that. So it was like, I was like, oh, okay, so it's like the Scott's Not Home show, right? And they were like, I like that. And then I was like, no, wait a minute, it's the Dunn-Grows show. And they were like, ooh, we like that even better. So we're gonna take over their studio. See, that'll be the funny part is we'll go on their show and we'll talk more about weed than we've ever talked about on our show. It's gonna be so classic, classic Adam Dunn. Talked more about weed on his other guy's show than he ever did on his. But I do want to. I mean, the thing that's good about them, I do think that they, they're behind a few products too, which I want to talk about some of their stuff too. So it's kind of cool.
Well, let me just admit to the world.
So I will give. So that's going to be on
Friday.
Next Friday, and we're going to be coming live from the studio. Dave and I will be there.
Right.
The best part was they said Dave who. That was it. I was like, Dave who? You know, like my co-host Dave, right? And they were like,
just means they don't listen to the show, man. I'm not
Of
as
course,
famous as you.
Of course.
I can
No,
make fun of
they
myself.
actually do
It's
listen
okay.
to the show. That's the funny part. They've actually done breakdowns of our show on their show.
As
like
what,
a decon-
as
like a
podcast
like a-
not to emulate.
I don't know, like a deconstruction show or something like that. I don't know. It was interesting, but it wasn't super negative either. It was more like they just like we went through so much stuff, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna break it." They took our and made it maybe more palatable.
Word.
I don't know what they did.
It made me look good. Not
it's-
possible.
It's going to be interesting, and then Mark's going to have to fight his way back on as a tech guy. So we're going to have like a
I'll be fighting the whole way.
The whole way, kicking and screaming.
fight to get back on. He'll be like, "But let me back in." We'll be like,
Please.
"No,
You locked me out, man.
you are gone." Is Vinny Bob is now in charge of everything.
Sweet, dude.
No, we would never do that, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
that
dude.
would ruin the show for me more than anything.
Wow.
So there you go. I need my MTI to make the show work properly. I don't feel Dave out the back of the train like a heartbeat, but MTI never. No.
Yep.
Dave has won the hearts of many of our listeners. They used to hate Dave, but now they think he's actually an all right guy. I've literally got calls. I got a call. I told you.
I know.
I told
I'm
you.
trying,
I got a
man.
call. I got a call from somebody from the tribe, and the tribe said, "We know guys like Dave," and they just all of a sudden made it all sound bad. And then they called me back, and they said, "You know what? Gotta have to say, we actually like Dave." And so there you go. The tribe agrees. That's all that matters.
Hey, how about this? I can make fun of myself, okay?
Yeah, it's
And
in the-
you wouldn't have even have known how big a fuck up this was if I didn't share it with you. But Tuesday, Tuesday morning, I don't know what it was. I got way more stoned than I normally get by 10
Tuesday of
a.m.
this week?
Yes.
Okay.
I was really fucking high, and I'm sitting there. I'm having just a blast, man. You know, we just got back the day before from Vegas. I'm totally just relaxed. I didn't sleep very well, so I'm probably lacking sleep. And I see on the Instagram feed, it's Cheech and Chong's account wishing a happy birthday. He goes, "Happy birthday to the man." And there's Cheech, picture of Cheech, right? So I'm like, fuck, right on. Happy birthday. So I write happy birthday. And then I think, you know how cool would it be, right? To wish Cheech a happy birthday from the Adam Dunn Show by texting Tommy to say, "Hey, wanted to extend a very happy birthday." But in that moment, in my foggy, really stoned brain, lacking sleep, when they posted happy birthday to the man, I wire crossed it because that was Tommy's character in Up in Smoke. He was just listed as Man Stoner. And that got me thinking, and I found myself typing the text, and I wished Tommy Chong a happy birthday from the Adam Dunn Show.
Nice.
And it wasn't until like 3 hours later, I wasn't even on Instagram where it hit me. I went, I just fucking did that. And I sent a note to the guy saying, you know, I really fucked up, so you get to laugh at me on Friday.
Oh, there you go. And Dave is a true stoner.
That was a stoner move 10. And
he thought you were doing such an awesome job promoting the show, but you basically were just saying. But it's okay. That maybe will get him on the show soon.
Well, I want to pitch my idea to
answer
John
Mike
Paul.
Groh. No, we've never had Cheech.
But
We've
no,
always
but
had
the
Chong.
last time Tommy was here, I asked him if we can have Cheech. He said yes.
Yep.
So why don't we do something planning for the anniversary on September 15th of Up in
Oh,
Smoke?
look at you now, because now fucking Danny Danko's going to do it.
No, he'll do it 2 weeks after us on the 27th.
I know, but now that you told him ahead of the game, he may try to become, you know.
No, but I do think we should utilize
It's a game
the
of
top
checkers between it. Checkers or is it chess? It's a game of
We'll play checkers.
Yeah, we do, because we're stoners.
King me.
King me?
Yeah, it's in checkers. You know, you get king me.
the king me. Yeah, I don't remember, dude.
You haven't played checkers? You don't play checkers with Nick?
Checkers?
No, he would think checkers. He'd be like, wait a minute. You mean like on a board?
Yeah, right.
You don't plug in anything?
No, he's already given me the whole. Isn't it called board games? Because everybody gets bored. You know, I've already had that. Yes, it's true.
Oh, dude, yeah.
He's
Card
already-
games and board games, Jesus, just leave me out.
What about poker?
Yeah, big time. Leave me out.
Yeah.
I can't
Why don't we
stand that
play
shit.
then?
I know. Because it's big time leaving out. Why
Yeah,
don't we
leave me out.
That's what we should do. We should start the Adam Dunn Show weekly poker game.
Absolutely not.
Anybody want
And on that note, so
Absolutely not.
we are done.
You want to come on and say hi, Andy? No, I mean like on camera with your
he
Jay's good
doesn't
shirt.
care. He doesn't care. Andy's the
He
man.
always likes to stand in the fucking corner
He
and
does.
talk.
He's waiting. He's waiting. Yeah, exactly.
He sits there like Ed McMahon. I'm only Ed McMahon. We don't need another one.
When I get on the show, it's going to be a long show.
Sounds great with you 5 feet from the microphone. They can all hear
He's
you.
not coming on the show. Relax.
No,
Just
okay.
relax.
Right.
So we have fully achieved
Nirvana?
our time limit. We've done it.
Oh, this is great.
We gun it. We did it. We came. We done it.
When you say that, Mark goes, I know there's another 15 minutes
Yeah,
to
I
go.
know, exactly.
I know there's
All of a sudden, Miles calls in.
I know.
Or something.
Look
right?
at the Cheddar Box.
Oh,
Cheddar
that's
Box,
funny.
Cheddar Bob 13. So no Miles. I don't know. Miles?
We
where's-
called him. I sent the link.
We did send him a link. He said he was going to do it, but he had business to take care of in
He's fermenting right now, literally.
Florence.
He is.
But Andy, who won't come on the show, is going to
No,
browbeat
it
him
doesn't
right
matter. 2 weeks from
It's
now.
all right. We'll
Maybe
get him
he
on.
will. Maybe we'll come in with all stanks when the stank's done. When the stank is done.
now. Hey, thanks to the New York pizza guys that brought us in. I appreciate
Oh,
that.
they're delicious.
Yeah, it was really good. No, I'm not going to share my bagel recipe with you because my
Mandela
bagels were
pizza.
far superior to yours. But
Crestone, Colorado.
Come on, man. That's all I do.
What? Eat pizza?
They can't. They make a lot of commercial bagels, and they can't use the flour that I use. It's prohibitive to making bagels in that number. So they're really good bagels, and to find those bagels in Crestone, that's you can't get bagels like that anywhere in Colorado. So they're really good. Thank you so much for bringing them by.
Shout out to, is that the same one, Mandela Farms?
Yep.
There you go, Mandela Farms. Or Mandela.
I don't know if that's what they call their bagels, but
Mandela
that's
pizza.
Yeah, but they have ices, gelato. They make calzones.
And they're going to be gone when I leave, right? I get out of here and they're gone.
They're gone already?
Hell yeah, they're gone.
Fuck, they didn't make Adam any food. It's his name's on the show. Tell him there, Andy.
Give me everything. I want it all.
No pork.
No, they're gone.
Yeah, they're shutting it down.
Shut her down.
Oh, man.
Sorry, I'm eating half yours. Then. Yeah, it's okay.
Miles didn't answer the phone.
Miles didn't answer. The pizza wasn't eaten in time. We could put those in the oven, too.
Well, let's skedaddle.
There's an oven.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, see you guys next week from the Dunn-Grows show. It'll be the Dunn-Grows show, of course.
Dunn-Grows show.
The Dunn-Grows shows. I'll figure out some links for everybody, put it up on our thing. We'll put it out. We'll come up all the tech shit. I'll leave it all on Mark. He'll get real mad, and you'll get
Give
it.
Esotec a shout out for getting us to Vegas. And
Esotec, of course.
how do you spell it? Because I tried looking for it
double
90
S.
ways.
So it's SS Tech.
Got it. SS Tech.
Not confusing at all.
No.
It's not confusing at all, but their lights are amazing. And
Not
they
that they're
have,
named after the German secret
so
police
it's
in
LED
World War
company
II, but that's okay.
That's got incredible lens patents, which they put out, which is like the make or break. Because
Mateo loves them.
Spreads them all out. And we have Ryan also sporting them, a few other people. So we maybe get a whole crew in soon. And we'll get some reports from the road. What are you doing? Trying to figure out what your pizza box
No, I was
is?
going to say shout out to Jerome Baker Glass, too, for having us over and
Yes,
showing us a
we're going
high-
back
nice
to
high
Vegas. Like we
time.
haven't had enough. We haven't been beat enough. We're going to go one more time.
Well,
We
I
should've
think
just-
he heard about the Hayes Cup and how everything got sort of fakakta, and he's just like, man, I want to introduce you to like 40 potential sponsors to come on.
Because that's what everyone wants to hear about. 40 people. We're going to do
40
40
more
more
sponsors.
sponsors.
No,
It's the Adam.
Well, how
Dunn
about we get
sponsor
2 or
show.
3 of them would be great, and Dave doesn't have to go get a job.
I like 40.
Yeah.
40 more sponsors. It'll be cool. We'll just do a whole show of sponsors.
No, we don't have to do the show that way, but we can figure it out so we can bring them on and help us.
We can no.
do
What
what
it
we
does
do.
is gives us 40 new shows. There you go.
There you go.
And then they all become done deals, and everything's cool, and we don't have to. And then we've designed it the way I told you, and then we just
Yeah.
have to just concentrate on our top sponsors, and we're all
There you
good, right? Right.
Oh, man, I love all this.
You love it. It sounds great. Nobody knows what I'm talking about.
Not
but who
sarcastic
gives
at
a
all, Mark.
fuck? Because I'm thinking about it on all times.
Thanks, Uncut Bush, to our favorite fan. Or I mean, our
He's our number one fan.
Our number one fan, and Rosendog's now number 2 fan.
Rosendog's number 2. Come on, work it up.
Work it
Once
up.
we get those atomizers, you may have just jumped up to number 1 for that week until I break all of them. And then after I've broken them all, then we'll go back on.
I don't think the atomizer is the problem. I think you fucking drilled a hole into your thing to make it bigger because you thought it would get more air.
That didn't matter.
Okay,
Sure. That didn't affect anything. I doubt that affected anything.
Does the rig work now?
No. But it worked fine.
Point.
It was working great. I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Peace out, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Pizza.
Practically every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own hidden.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing. We want you to smoke the natural herb. Some call it marijuana, some call it sensimedia, some call it lamb's bread, and some people call it ganja.